the best part of my night last night, by far, I walk out of the locker room. And so you have to walk down the long hallway to get out of the building. And who comes stewing down the hallway?
LeBron.
Puss on his face.
JJ Reddick.
Oh, podcast boy himself, JJ Redick. The next Pat Riley. That's what they called him.
Who said that?
People called him that, dude.
Oh my God.
People called him that, dude.
Nobody
People called him that. And I know Lakers, you're not fooling anybody. You're only giving Pat Riley that statue because you wanted to have JJ Redick there so Pat could give him some kind of coronation. Nah, sorry. This dude's quitting coaching in a year. I'm telling you right now.
You think?
Oh, he is.
Wow.
He is.
Absolutely not.
Oh, I don't know,
ESPN?
dude.
Absolutely not.
First of all, very unprofessional. Very unprofessional, this JJ Redick.
Why?
Dude, he was like 20 minutes late for his pregame press conference.
Yeah, they said he got caught in traffic.
You
He's not driving?
You don't know there's traffic?
Huh?
Everybody else was there. LeBron was there at 4 o'clock. You're a coach. Well, who is the coach? I guess that's the real question, isn't it? Who is the coach of the Lakers? Is it JJ Redick, or is he just a puppet? It's interesting. But man, that third quarter, Tyler Herro, my God, that was incredible, Leroy. Goosey.
It was. I watched half of it.
You what by the fifth 3-pointer you were done?
Done. They're done.
Wow.
They're done.
Last time we scored that many points. Do you know? Like that was.
I would guess the
big three.
The Portland game last year.
Last year?
No, that's right.
Remember they beat Portland by 60?
No, they dropped Portland.
No, but beating them by 60 and scoring one. Would they score 130?
I don't remember. I just remember they
Good
beat them by 60.
Look this up.
Oh, hello, Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Oh, pretty good though. 10:07.
Single digits.
I was expecting
Proud of you.
10:17 today.
Yeah.
Man, I mean,
Did you get caught up in Art Basel and a train?
Dude, that team. Did you want to see like how much that Lakers team quit when in the third quarter, Jimmy Butler just throws the ball to Duncan Robinson under the rim. And there's not a Laker within 30 feet of him. And you could just tell Duncan Robinson was almost panicked. He's like,
what is he doing under the rim?
I guess there was nobody there. So he's just like, oh, stick under here. But then he was so panicked because Jimmy found him wide open. And so he goes, ah! And so he passed it. He had a layup easily. He passed it out. Swing. Tyler Herro, 3. It was a better play.
How many did he end up? How many threes he end up making?
He was 7 for 8 in the third quarter, and he finished with 9. He had 21 points in the third quarter. It was incredible. Building was on fire.
That's kind of the score that everybody else in the league has that the Heat haven't had in a couple of years. Like they've had a guy who can score, but I'm talking about that lightning bolt.
Melt a team.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, it was good.
See, because sometimes when Jimmy scores, everybody's like, okay, set your offense up. Let's go get one. But when you have somebody on your team that could do that.
He was a flamethrower yesterday,
right,
dude. It
exactly.
was crazy. And he like hit him from everywhere. Dude,
I saw him pull up from damn near the logo just because.
He was hitting, he was like living on the Kaseya logo. I was like, what? This is crazy. And then he has the 4-point play. Ironically, misses the free throw, though. That was hilarious.
Rough.
Right. Couldn't, you could throw it backwards and he was hitting a 3-ball, but couldn't complete the 4-point play. It was amazing. And JJ Redick's stupid face afterwards. I mean, it was great.
What do you do?
What does he do? That is the question. They've lost by a combined 70 points over the last 2 games.
Rough.
You got LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and you getting beat by 7.
Did they have Anthony Davis? Did he make the trip?
Was he there?
Did he make the trip?
Because they scored a lot of points.
I was like, because Bam went right at him immediately. I mean,
big man on the perimeter is never good when you don't have a big man.
Bam set the tone immediately on AD, and he gave Brow that work. Got some shots to drop. Was feeling it yesterday, and then he has the dunk, which Dwayne Wade didn't have to say that was a travel.
That was great.
Funny. That was great. He just goes on the Instagram comments. They put this up, and they go, Bam. He just comments, travel. Great. Bam responded with a middle finger. We're just having fun, baby. It was a fun night. Look,
winning is fun.
Winning is fun. But you want to know what's better than winning?
No matter what.
You want to know what's better than winning? sending other teams into a tailspin because they've now done this twice, once to the Sixers and now to the Lakers, and it's fun.
Yeah. Oh, did they have a players only meeting yesterday?
Nah, they don't.
no, they don't.
LeBron's too old for that.
True.
Who's speaking up
You
in
got to
that
go
meeting?
home and get his
Yeah,
sleep.
true.
You know, Bronny's got to go night. You know, like he's got to tuck his kid
He's
in.
got to
It's-
go drink his milk.
yeah, he's got to have a juice
Right,
box.
Juice box.
In the past decade, that is the 10th highest scoring performance for the Heat. And their entire existence, the 13th highest scoring effort by the Miami Heat.
How much? What's the most they've ever scored?
149 points in a double overtime game against the Nuggets.
Well, that's got to be pretty up there just for regular no overtime.
Yeah, you mentioned the Portland game. Damn, did they beat Portland by a lot? 142 to 82 was the Portland score.
And that's with no.
from-
Well, of
Yeah,
course,
no overtime.
Oh,
That
no
was last
overtime.
year.
I remember Thomas Bryant nearly scored 30
Yes, in the
himself
fourth.
in the
Yeah,
fourth.
that's crazy.
You want to know who loves a blowout? Thomas Bryant.
Bryant.
Thomas Bryant. loves a blowout.
Whoa, what a game.
Thomas Bryant. Some people they'll just coast if they're a veteran. Not Thomas Bryant.
He's on the side chewing gum.
He's like,
Look, stretching.
"My time.
Blowout coming. My time. My time.
There was a time they were down 40, and for some reason, JJ Redick had a 40-year-old man out there in the fourth quarter, which is just, I don't know if that's just LeBron's choice or if JJ Redick is just an insane person.
Yeah.
But LeBron James, which had to be like, what am I doing out here, got clamped up by Drew Smith and Bella Larson, two children. And at that point, he's just thinking, what am I doing out here? What am I doing out here?
To be honest with you, there's two ways you could go about this. They're not going to tell LeBron to sit, but they're going to put him out there and say, "See, you probably ought to take a rest." So it might be one of those things that he's trying to prove a point, right? To say, "Hey, just work with me here. You need to get your
He
rest,"
had his shots going. He was literally the only Laker who showed up.
which is amazing.
He was the only Laker who showed up. Oh, that was. But you want to know what else I love about it? Because LeBron has this move, right? And you know, so bygones be bygones. I have no ill will towards LeBron.
If bygones are bygones, why every time you say LeBron James, you have to say that? If you have to say that every time, they're not gone.
No, the bygones
are
dude.
right here, damn it.
No,
Yes, they are.
no. But you want to know what my favorite thing was?
What?
He's so passive aggressive, right? And
Oh,
so,
really?
Bygones are bygones.
Yeah.
But he's so passive aggressive. He's so passive aggressive. Did you notice after the game? This has to be the first time in the history of basketball where he gives out not one, not two, but 3 secret handshakes to his opponents.
I did notice.
Wow.
He's giving secret handshakes to Love Jimbo and Bam Adebayo. Hold on, listen, dude.
Maybe
Wait a
it's what they got from the Olympics.
Hey, maybe it is, Leroy, but when you get killed by 30, I think it's just a fist bump and back to the locker room. You don't do the double dap super hug on Bam Adebayo. It was hilarious.
All right.
That was funny.
Well,
I don't think AD got a secret handshake.
No, 3 of them.
handshake.
3 secret handshakes.
Nah, it's crazy.
You know where? If you want to give AD a handshake, stand under the rim because he's nowhere near there. And you say, "Hey, we got our secret thing. I'm out here, dog." No, under here.
Man, that dude couldn't score on Kevin Love last night.
Wow, Creighton beat the brakes off Kansas.
Dude, you just really got distracted by a Creighton game?
No, because they beat number 1 Kansas.
So,
Changing the
number
subject,
one
you're
in college
deflecting.
basketball, it's December.
It's got a point. Unfortunately, the Canes lost.
But when I say that in football, he flips out.
also,
He always talks about how the Canes will get screwed in October.
Leroy has a
So
point.
stop.
Did I say they got screwed in October?
Oh, look how far we dropped. So didn't drop that far.
Listen, I know you're CFP, Roy, and you got to stand up for your guy.
What are you talking about?
Dub. You gotta stand up
We
for him.
know.
We know. But it's like you got your official CFP jacket on.
I got
right
my
now.
official CFP jacket.
It is
Wait,
funny.
but can you model it?
That is a really nice jacket. Did you get that for
I
working
got-
at Fox? How did you
no,
get a jacket that
I got
nice?
I have 7 of them.
We can't
What-
see it
Because when you
properly.
get player of the game,
That they give you that jacket for player of the game?
yeah,
That's a very nice
I don't think you get that
jacket.
jacket if you're a writer on The Simpsons.
Yeah, no,
Jeez.
Also, how hot are you down there?
I'm not hot at all. I was
What?
freezing outside
You're
earlier
freezing outside?
this morning. I was been out and about.
I don't know. You look comfy to me.
I don't
I
know. I
look
feel
pretty comfy. I got to tell you. So I have a box. Let me see. I have
Look at your screen.
what?
This guy.
Look pretty comfy to me.
What were you doing at Leroy's house this morning? then?
So here's the deal. I have a box.
Yeah.
It has my college jacket. It has like I don't know how many of these I had because people used to come over my house and take them.
That's not cool.
And then I have 2 man jackets and some other jackets.
Am I correct in saying, out of all things in life, technology gets better, things get better, but they're not making jackets like they used to. They
that's a good call.
everybody acknowledges
That is a good call.
jackets from the 90s
Yeah.
are way better
Yeah.
than jackets made today. It's not even a question.
You
Like
know why?
I
It's a good
agree.
call.
For the same reason why the Big Mac is smaller, the Whopper is smaller. Like until people start realizing that all these companies are duping you and demand that they do better, everything's gonna keep getting crappier. The cars, the interior of cars are gonna be crappier. The material in which they make cars, your furniture, everything's gonna get crappier, but the price is gonna keep going up.
on these prices down here at the Citadel Burger place downstairs.
Oh, the burger.
I had to take out
The
a
burger?
Don't get
I thought it
started on
was.
the burger.
Let me say, I thought it was a slider. I
took-
thought, do we get 3 of
They
these?
are
I
pretty
paid
small.
$30 and I got a slider.
Wow.
Right.
I'm like, what is
Yeah.
this?
I'm still
That's-
paying off my burger.
And they-
Until somebody or until people stand up and go, we're not buying your crap.
That's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. So guess what? We're gonna find, and all these companies gonna find another reason or somebody else to bitch and complain about. Oh, this is the reason why our price is so high. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. The prices are so high because you want to make as much money as possible. That's fine. I'll go somewhere else.
Headlines, which were all just the Heat kicking the Lakers' ass, brought to you by Doral Kia. At Doral Kia, choose from over 500 new Kia miles in stock, ladies and gentlemen. Like the Sportage, the Sorrento, and the Telluride. Remember, when it comes to Kia, the great deals are at Doral Kia. Lots to dive into here on the program. Back up to this.
Good game tonight.
Yeah.
Coming to you
All right, welcome back. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. It's a lovely day here in South Florida, in spite of all the Basilers. God, I'm sick of them.
Sick of them.
Sick of them, dude.
Seen
Sick of
any
them.
crazy art yet? Have you seen anything that's ridiculous?
No,
yet?
the only thing I saw was Jimmy Butler leaves the locker room faster than anybody because he had to get to Basel.
So what exactly was going on at that time?
Everything. Everybody in that locker room, JFig, had a Basel affair to be to. All right. Not a player had any player where else to go other than Basel events.
I'm kind of offended we were not invited.
Is there something else like this? Like, I don't know if any other, because usually there's festivals, right? We have Ultra, we understand that.
Yeah.
But is there another place that gets invaded for like 2 weeks at a time with a bunch of annoying people who are just like,
Basel.
this is like, and everyone, it's like the it city. I don't know, for 2 weeks, everyone's doing something on a rooftop.
Wasn't it just 1 week?
The
Started
thing
like
is,
Tuesday,
it
right?
was 1 weekend. It really was just 1 weekend. But then they're like, well, we got to get there a little bit early now.
Ugh.
So now it's Art Week.
Now it's our week, but now
Yeah.
it's like, well, we got to get there before the week now. So
It
now
was-
it's
Remember the year with the parking lot?
Here.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was crazy.
It was just
Yeah, well-
difficult to even get to
Wait,
work.
wasn't that where the banana peel started?
It was
Wasn't
that year. It was
Yeah,
that
it was that
year.
year.
I don't think it was here
No, no,
in
no.
particular. I don't think it was
Right.
here in particular, but yeah, the Basel has completely taken over. I don't know, man. Like I'm really out on Art ever since the whole banana thing. Cause I'm like,
Same. I gave up after that.
you don't get to just say. I was trying to explain to my daughter this because she was like, well, what's Art Basel? Because she asked what time I got home last night. I was like, yeah, really late because this stupid Art Basel. She goes, what's Art Basel? I'm like, it's a bunch of people who pretend they like art, but it's not really art. She goes, what do you mean? I'm like, picture somebody spending $100,000 with a banana taped to a wall. And she goes, I don't understand. I'm like, exactly. Exactly.
So you do understand that.
I had a friend who posted an event yesterday, and there was just a piano full of dolls, and that was art.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like
Huh.
that's like
don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining.
this is
It's
like,
really
yeah, like,
offensive
we-
to artists everywhere. Like they're just putting random things together, calling it art, and then people around that.
But here's
People there are they don't even care about the art. They just care about whoever's there and
right.
to show up for clout or whatever. Like it's
That-
all fake.
That's
and
the
it
thing.
offends me.
If you have and a lot of these artists have names, and so you go to these things thinking you're gonna get some art from this artist, and then they do something like that. And if we don't know the artist, then it's stuffed dolls and a piano. But these people that travel around for their favorite artist who has done other stuff,
That's
then-
different. I
but
appreciate
that's
people who
what
do
all
that.
of it is, though. That's what all of it is. Even the banana on the wall, like that artist has sold stuff before Art Basel.
Did
So when he comes
Did
here,
really?
right? That's what I say.
But this feels like one of those things where like they trick you now because like, oh, the piano doll person, yeah, maybe they had one hit at one time and they're like, tell us, Charles, what are you gonna do this time? And he's like, oh,
Didn't
no.
you video self
No.
yourself downstairs at Art Basel?
Yeah,
Yes, but he's an artsman.
He's an
I am an
So
artsman.
it makes
No, you're
sense.
not.
I am an artsman.
No, you're not.
I respect Tobin's art more than I respect anything that
It's one
gonna
of
be seen this
but
way.
like that guy who makes the piano dolls, like they're probably like, please, Charles, make another. And he goes, I don't really have
I think
anything
it's
else."
better art.
That's-
You know when they see America's Got Talent,
Yeah.
and all of the people come and get on stage, and then they shape an animal, and that's
Right. Like I don't
More
mean
art
to be be
That's
rude,
different.
but
yeah.
like
Right.
real artists used to matter because we didn't have photographers. Like
right.
their point where they had to do the portraits of the royals or the history of time in caves to tell us what the hell was going on. Somewhere along the way, you could just go, I take a paintbrush, I splatter it. Oh, it's
Right. That's where it gets.
No, and there's also those Cybertrucks.
right.
There's
Oh.
one somewhere down in the beach or whatever.
this is another thing
that's
we all
full
got.
of fur, and people call that art.
This is another thing we all got tricked into: the Cybertruck.
I
Like,
hate it.
What's going on here? Now they're all coming in all kinds of shapes and colors. The Cybertruck. Why would you want
not
that?
shapes, just color?
Why would you
Colors,
want
yeah.
that?
Why do they have it? So they could charge more money.
Why would you want that? It looks ridiculous. We're not in the
Absolutely.
future.
And you know what? There's cops out here stopping people for tinted windows and stuff like that. Why aren't you stopping the Cybertrucks?
I've never seen
You
them stop a
can never
Cybertruck.
see someone that's in a Cybertruck.
Does it talk to you at least? You know, like Knight Rider.
I've been in one. It's crazy.
Oh,
You know, it's actually a pickup truck.
what do you mean?
Where's the flatbed?
That the back is a flatbed. That top goes up.
What if I want to put something in there?
I've never seen anybody.
It goes up.
I've never
Yeah.
seen anybody.
I know. I'm telling you, the back part is a flatbed.
He's on 2 TVs. Stupid JJ Redick.
You see what I'm saying? No, it really is. It's a flatbed.
Whoever has a Cybertruck, come to the Citadel. I want to see it.
I'm telling you.
I'm looking at it now. Now I know why no one uses a flatbed.
Why?
You're looking.
This is gross looking.
Right. The back part where it goes down, that lifts up, and that's a flatbed back there.
No.
Listen,
The Lakers were a flatbed last night.
I take my Tahoe.
Pretty good.
Right.
You know
I
what?
can sit
I like
people
my
in the
old
back.
Jeep. Makes me happy.
I can put people in the back and still have room to put my golf clubs and stuff
Ew,
like that.
I'm looking at it right now.
I just don't know. I
Right.
don't know.
You see the back?
Ew.
Yeah.
Dade South
I
says
don't respect
complaining about Art Basel or Basel is just as annoying as the event itself.
Well, you know what?
Disagreed. Dade
What-
South.
Well,
like
so he's an
camping.
artsman?
He says that if we were in the 1400s, we'd be like, "What's up with this Leonardo painting the ceiling?"
This Cybertruck.
You and Schmeathan
Stop
are
talking.
basically us doing that all the time on this show. You're like the ombudsman of like,
Right.
no, not up to standard. It's like you and Schmeath and Schmolnick are walking around with berets and brie telling us.
No, he's sitting there. He's
Let's
sitting
make
there.
another fat shaming joke.
He's sitting there with a microphone, and as the second somebody slips up, it goes on Twitter within 5 seconds.
Yep, that's right.
What do you like? You
By the way-
can't say anything.
I felt judged last night. You know,
Really?
Yeah, I feel like
What happened?
you ever have somebody say something generally, but you think that they're talking about you.
So you did a drive-by listen?
No, I wasn't driving. I was standing there, but I felt like it was about me, and I don't know. It felt judgy.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What was said?
I gotta take a break. I'll tell you about it coming on up. But it involves the heat. Take a break. Back after this.
Spending lots of cash for art, lots of art. It's Art Basel. Who paints?
Who paints?
Who painted this?
Does it matter?
No, it's Art Basel.
Who's that?
Who's he?
Is it art?
Is he dead?
Does it matter?
No,
It's
Art
Art
Basel.
Basel.
We're walking down Biscayne, spending lots of cash for art, lots of art. It's Art Basel.
What's that smell?
Is it good?
Is it food?
It's a mood.
Does it matter?
No,
It's
it's Art
Art
Basel. We're walking down Biscayne, spending lots of cash for
Classic.
art, lots of art.
Wow.
It's Art Basel.
Wasn't this your cousin?
Yes, this was Lucy Lopez and Luis
And
Diaz
Louis, right?
from
Love
our sister station, Power 96. Come on,
Lucy is his cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
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 When's your next skit?
Is that a thing? Today, apparently, we have to film a video.
All right.
Leroy.
Oh, that's ours.
That's
I meant
secret
no,
as
I
fuck,
meant I
apparently.
didn't mean you and
Oh,
Lewis.
he just had a baby about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, excuses.
Yeah, I know, right?
Excuses.
Really.
You know what I thought? I saw your beautiful baby boy on
Oh,
Instagram, and it was
thank
after the Celtics lost, and I'm like,
Mm,
it's good life. You know, you don't even
Right.
think about wins and losses in life. You know, he's just happy.
Well,
Give
you
me my
already
snacks.
have your kids running around the house like little tyrants every
Yeah.
time the local team lose.
And he goes, my son's like, you saw LeBron last night? I'm like, yeah, he kicked his ass, dude.
But-
Woo!
Yeah. One day though, one day he'll get into the.
I
fandom.
can sit and watch sports in peace.
Mhm.
Periodically, we get the Mima effect. She comes in with her
Wrong color
energy towards sports. You know the person that comes in the
Of
room.
course. That was Thanksgiving.
And
Dade
Yeah.
South, by the way, says Tobin is Michael Hamgelo.
Wow, it just rolls off the tongue.
Schmeeth and Schmolnick says, calm down, Vincent Van Doe.
oh my
There,
God.
there they are.
There they are. Right. I told you.
Wrestling's greatest tag team.
Yeah.
So I felt judged. All right. I don't know if this was about me.
Hold on. Because it probably means, of course, it was about you.
I don't know if it was. I don't know if
Then
it was. Hard to say.
How could you mysteriously hear something?
Well, I don't
And
know.
then if you think it's about you, then you apply to
Maybe
the
it's just me
comments.
having a guilty conscience. I don't know.
See?
I
So
feel
you
like you should
thought.
just paint us-
Okay, let's go.
All right.
hear
So this is Bam Adebayo,
Yeah.
and he was asked a simple question about a simple person. Then he had a thing to say, and I was like, did he give me side eye there? I was like, I don't know if I saw a glance or something like that, or maybe maybe I have a guilty conscience. I don't know. But here he was after the game.
Oh man, considering like a lot of media and fans have dogged him in the past because of past performances, being injured, you know, this is his moment right now. He's having his moment. And when you see somebody having that, he enjoyed my moments. So for me, it's just feelings mutual, dog. I'm happy for him. He's out there doing what he does, which is get buckets.
What do you think he means by that?
I gotta tell you,
that you got caught.
Hey,
You got caught.
hey,
A lot of media
I
out
think
there.
that
He
was
didn't even
directed
smirk.
at you.
What?
Oh, wait.
Smirk.
Let me just say, if he gets on me, say, I know you got to be how you are, Leroy, right?
He looks
Then-
disappointed.
Then the other part of that is when you go and talk about TTL and all these things, right? Yeah,
You've been very mean to Bam recently.
he did everything.
What?
He did everything but
I
make
think
eye
so.
contact.
Mhm.
Can I see that again? Because I just want to see,
See?
there's like a
Told you
moment
about that.
in which he
Told you
kind of
about
goes
that.
left and right.
People
for
gonna
a
get back
second.
at you. One time you're gonna be in that locker room and there's gonna be a ruckus.
I mean,
People
whoa!
will come after
I
you.
don't know, dude. I mean,
Hey.
listen. I feel like you know, I'm like Joe Cortez. I'm fair, but I'm firm. You know?
No.
Fair, but you're
What?
firm.
Yeah,
What?
the great Joe Cortez, boxing referee.
No.
Go to the
I'm
center
not-
of
I
the
know
ring.
who that is. I'm talking about you're fair.
Yeah, I
you're
feel
not.
so.
No, you're not.
Absolutely
You
Just
know?
look
You're
at
not.
the eye.
No,
Look at
you're
the
not.
eye. Okay. It
Let me
tells
ask you a
all.
question.
Yeah.
How many trades have Tyler been included in?
Look, I don't like to count over the times. You
Hey,
know,
no, I can count. I know how many. All of them. So it doesn't matter how many.
I've only traded him for really good players, though. Like really good players. Like it's not like I wanted him gone for
That's just right.
anybody. for anybody. And I wouldn't say I've dogged him. Now, I did in a dark airplane walk up to Leroy Horde after Game 5 of the first round last year, and I just look at him in the dark. He was sleeping, but I think he felt my presence.
Yes,
and he just wakes up, puts up one eye, and I just look at him and I go, stinks.
right, and walks off. That's it. Like,
but I was lashing out. I was in a dark place. The season
so was I sleeping.
All these technicalities.
Right. No,
Mhm.
no. Let me tell you something. We got texts, and we got texts from, and it just starts at, hey, how about let's dribble more, shooty. Like the stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
No.
I'm not bullying like him.
Oh,
What?
no.
Oh,
You
here
are
we go. You're gonna
bullying.
I'm
throw
not
people under the
bullying.
bus
Oh.
now. Look at this. Okay, look at this.
Look at, he's looking right at you. Look at that.
I felt judged. So I was like, oh,
I was
You
definitely
should.
You. Oh yeah, you were being
Oh,
judged.
what does he mean by
That
that?
was about you for sure.
But
I don't know.
For Tyler, how much joy do you take?
Oh man, considering like a lot of media and fans have dogged him in the past because of past performance.
Because he kind of like head nods, like
significant
right
ones.
here.
One, it's like 1, 2. He gives you 2 looks.
Kind of like looks off a receiver.
A lot of media.
Like it's right there.
It's 1.
he
2.
made sure he made eye contact with you, and then he went around the room like he wasn't talking right at you.
Disgust.
Yeah, it's
I
if
kind of felt like it was at me.
Wow, dude. That's it, man.
Don't
Cat's
look
out the
over there.
bag.
Don't look over there.
That's messed
No,
up.
that's what you wanted Bam to
It
do.
kind of felt like he looked at me for maybe then at Ira, but I don't think I don't.
No,
really
he
think
looked
it-
at you.
And don't worry, soon he'll look at you too, Marcos.
Me?
Don't forget you did this.
Oh.
Don't forget you've done this.
You're not allowed to next media
Don't
day.
forget.
No, I got that from Heat Reddit. No, that
Keeping
was on Heat
tabs.
Reddit.
Keeping tabs.
That was on Heat Reddit.
Wow, Tyler Herro has been incredible. This guy deserves to be an all-star. He really does.
Yes, yeah, he's actually been very consistent and great to my parlays. I got it, man.
Really.
I
So
mean,
selfish.
hit the over.
You know what I feel like we should start doing though with him?
Hmm?
Second half player all of a sudden. Like this dude comes
Wow.
out like it's like, oh, Tyler
Here.
Herro's 1 for 6 because like he's coming for that. He's coming for at least 5 threes in the second half.
Yeah.
Can I just say what I think part of the problem is? Early on in games, everybody trying to feel their way. Go score. Worry about feeling your way later. We'll figure this out later. Because what happens is you get against some of these teams that are just shooting away and know where they are and know who can shoot and whatever, and you get behind so far because you're trying to gingerly go into these games. Chuck them, shoot it. Like we've seen you can score. Jimmy, go.
Yeah.
Like they all like beginning of games start kind of slow for them every game. Where if you notice the end of the first quarter, you're like, oh, okay, we got a little good. They don't ever just go out and just
Hammer him.
right.
Yeah. It was good though. That was a very enjoyable night. I mean, the Lakers look like they're in a tailspin, so I don't know like what it means of significance, but I just enjoyed it.
Isn't it just that time of year?
Maybe.
It comes like holiday season.
I mean, it's the first time in the history of their franchise they've lost by a margin back-to-back games like this.
Right, I know, but
It's a very storied history.
yeah, but
And the
it
thing
just-
is, they're like the one team. This is the fun thing about it. They're the one team in the NBA because this sport's kind of swallowed up in the winter by football. Let's just be real with what it is. But they're the one team nationally. People will stop and be like, "The Lakers had what happened to them?" Yeah. And Tyler Herro did that to them. I mean, they all did it to him, but like that dude just lit them on fire. It was great. JJ Reddick.
You know when I see Tyler's production drop though,
Mhm.
when Jimmy gets back in the lineup.
yeah, because they all trying to feel their way around, like they don't want to hurt no feelings.
Hear me out.
Mhm.
Maybe we just, kick the tires after Basel and see what's out there.
What do you mean kick the tires after? So you're gonna let him finish Basel and then what? You want to start looking at Jimmy trades?
I'm not. He just opened up a coffee shop, dude. I am not gonna take away.
I'm gonna go to that coffee shop.
I need to go.
We need a review, so I appreciate it. But I'll let him get a couple weeks of sales in.
Big Fizz
before,
Basel.
Just
I mean,
take a look,
listen,
see what's out there.
the thing that I hate about coffee shops,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of their coffee is watered down. I think it's because you got me drinking.
Bustelo, nothing's quite like it. It's rocket
welcome.
fuel.
But I'm just saying, I refuse to drink Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
Mhm.
Barely drink Starbucks.
I just want to say Jay makes a good point, and I just want to, point out in my defense, Bam wanted Damian Lillard here. It's easy to put it on us, but he knows Tyler wasn't good enough. Fair point, Jay. Fair point.
Wow.
Fair point.
Is this your burner account?
Hey, that's a fair point from Jay. Judging me. Why is the camera going like
Because
that?
it doesn't even want to look at you. Just
Yeah,
like Bam,
even,
okay?
even the camera's
Just like
in.
Bam.
Look at this liar. I'm going to look at birds.
Camera did.
I'm going to look at birds.
It says his hope Bam hasn't heard those Loverboy comments.
Oh,
Better head on a swivel, dude.
yeah. Let's not forget that.
Vent deux says pressure makes diamonds. We needed Tyler to step up, and honestly, it still ain't enough. Interesting.
I mean, have you seen his play recently? Clearly, he hasn't heard the Loverboy.
Wow. He just said Tyler should be in Portland right now.
Jeez.
Tyler, I'm just enjoying you too.
Oh man, considering like
Here it comes.
a lot of media and fans have dogged him in the past because of past performances, being injured. This is his moment right now. He's having his moment, and when you see somebody having that, he enjoyed my moments. So for me, it's just feelings mutual, dog. I'm happy for him. He's out there doing what he does, which is get buckets.
Tell you what, when he said, okay, let's say they had his position at 12 o'clock. When he said a lot of media, he kind of went towards 1 o'clock. I
don't think he did, dude.
He went towards 1
This is
o'clock.
not fair.
Lot
Why
of
am I the
media.
judge of all these things?
You
I gotta talk about
right
stuff.
there. Should've
This
called
is
him out right there.
nobody has to.
Wait. Nobody says something when you are on the forefront and you come in here after a game and go off for like 10 minutes.
It's ridiculous.
We got to hear you out. And now somebody kind of side-eyeing you and you want to feel, why is everybody on me?
It's not fair. I just feel like I take the brunt of the criticism on this stuff.
Is this accurate? Coffee shops have changed now. They have espresso machines.
Huh?
You can get the really good stuff.
You can load it up with shots. Like that definitely can happen.
You know what? But
I like the place downstairs. Vice City Bean's very good.
Mm.
I think it's very delicious.
They just give you one shot. You have to ask.
Yeah,
how
you
many
got to
shots
ask for
are in
sure.
this
So they
drink.
can,
And then they charge you extra.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, yes.
So
They're
if I
just
just
feeding
drink
you more milk
coffee,
than
it's
anything
your
else.
watered down version.
Yeah.
But if I wanted regular coffee, it costs me an extra $3.
How much is a coffee? How much is like a good coffee for you, Tobin? You go somewhere, you want to
Downstairs, $10.
If you want
I
a
would
good
say
coffee,
I'm a-
you go to like one
I-
of those.
When I go to places though,
No, when I want good coffee, I come to work.
but when I want hot coffee,
No.
like there's nothing like I want rocket fuel. I want gruel. I want Cafe Bustelo black, all up in my cup. When I go to a coffee shop, I want fufu.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want a
makes
little
sense.
iced coffee.
Yeah,
I want a white mocha, maybe peppermint.
You do
Yeah.
not drink
What?
peppermint.
Oh,
wait.
every once in a while, you
Go
want to
to
feel
go
holiday
to-
spirit.
Just go, Marcos. Just go to break.
Wow.
Go to
Like
break.
a peppermint.
When I find,
Well,
hold on,
side eye.
I had just found out something that we need to discuss on the break because
You better
I
cuss.
want the guy who says I want gruel in my cup, but then
peppermint.
says sometimes I like a
Gruel
good
and
peppermint
peppermint.
coffee. No, not no.
Not
Nope.
the same.
Nope.
Can't be the same guy.
Let me guess.
Can't
you
be the
also get
same guy.
Pumpkin
You
spice.
should lie and say,
Ooh.
periodically I'll taste
For the
my-
holiday spirit, man. I don't like I
Peppermint
never do
from
pumpkin
Wimmo.
spice. I
Never
won't do
did.
pumpkin spice.
No.
You're lying.
You won't do pumpkin
No.
spice, but you'll do peppermint.
Oh, it's lovely.
Dude, pepper here.
Is it lovely?
Hard.
Lovely.
Mint
Ugh.
does not go with chocolate
Yeah.
Or
unless you're a woman.
coffee.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
Or not, I'm just saying dark, like anything like that.
Hmm.
Whatever it just doesn't.
Those Olive Garden chocolates, never a fan of those.
No.
The
No.
ones that come in the bill?
Pretty good.
Mint chocolate
Pretty
chip,
good, though.
ice cream, no.
Ew,
Yeah.
no, I don't like
I've
it.
never seen a man go to the store and say, ooh, let me get that mint chocolate chip. No.
I like mint chocolate chip.
No, you don't. Dude, see, I know how. Can I tell you how you like
You
mint
always make
chocolate chip?
Decisions for you now.
Your wife and your kids go to the store. They get ice cream. They don't get you nothing. They're in there enjoying the mint chocolate chip.
Look,
And
know
you go,
what?
I want ice cream. So you eat some of the mint chocolate chip. That's different. Have you ever gone to the store with all the selections in the store and
I definitely have.
Huh?
I definitely have.
And picked
I
out.
don't-
And then you go
I
and you blame
don't
women.
even know who you are.
It's not.
Who are you?
It's what do you mean, dude?
Oh my goodness.
You've always said I don't say no to anything.
Dude.
It's not like the starting rotation. Like I'm not out here calling for Sandy, but it's like you know what? Let's bring in the side armor. You
Al
know?
Mackey, you're done too. I'm with Tobin. Sometimes you want a holiday drink, a latte with lavender.
He's right.
The good stuff. No. What?
Can I tell you? I had this lovely.
I want to go downstairs right now and do a shot just to make up for this nonsense.
When we were in Vegas and you were golfing on Friday, I went to the Vanderpump bar because we were really into Vanderpump Rules, and they had the lavender rabbit.
Oh,
Wait.
Pretty
wait,
delightful.
wait,
What's
wait.
that?
Wow.
You went to the Vanderpump?
Oh yeah,
That's
dude.
okay. I should have gone.
What?
What is a
Very expensive drink,
Lavender.
JFig.
what is it?
How much was it?
What is what? The Vanderpump?
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
God.
a reality TV show.
I'm actually
No.
rewatching it.
I know what it is. What's the drink?
Oh, the lavender rabbit?
Yeah.
I don't really know. I have to look it up. I'd have to look at what was in it, but it was like a giant punch bowl of purple.
Is it $45? Am I?
Oh,
It
wait,
might
how
have
big is
been.
a drink? How big is a
It
drink?
was big. It was like a fish bowl.
Well, you know what?
Again, I know. I'm telling you.
But
you.
classy because it had a
You
stem
know.
glass.
You know how they
It had
get
a what glass?
A stem glass, but like then a fish bowl on top.
JFig. You know how they get you in Vegas? Daiquiris.
Oh man.
I wouldn't
Everywhere.
know. I haven't gone.
There's
so
like
hot.
3 or 4 of them in every casino,
Mm-hmm.
and they lead you to believe that you're gonna refill your cup. So they sell like the souvenir cup, and it only costs like $10 to refill it. But you lose the cup when you get hammered. Gotta buy another cup.
wouldn't happen
Daiquiri
to me.
cup.
I feel
Hey,
you up.
And I should have known you drink peppermint coffee. You know why?
Every once in a while.
The old Froze incident.
Yeah, that was good too, dude.
That's right.
But
I
how
know.
many people? But
I
how many?
go, I say, hey, I'll get you guys a drink. I get
Frozen.
a drink.
Yeah.
I got a drink. I got a cup with the
Yeah.
little stir. Yeah. Him and Beast. You know, that Froze looks good. I'm like, what?
Was it good?
It was.
Oh,
And how many people are man enough to have a froze at a bare
At a
knuckle
bare
fight?
Had a
knuckles.
bear?
We're in bare knuckles.
Jesus, dude.
Sit next to 2 people drinking Froze.
He's like, there's enough toughness in this room.
Literally a person telling me how they just got out of the trailer park because they just won this fight. In the end.
Jesus. And he's like,
And you're sipping on a Froze. I mean, blood everywhere. Dude, here's the thing. All you need to know about bare knuckles.
yeah.
The ring, the setup is beautiful. As soon as the bell rings for the first fight, there's blood.
Yeah.
Because like somebody's getting cut within and they're scared to punch, but when you punch and you connect, something's getting cut.
Take a break. Hour Tua. After this.
It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tagovailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Two of the program, ladies and gentlemen.
By the way,
Yep.
there is no such thing as a 160-pound Hulk. I'm gonna just say that.
All right, dude. You know what I'm saying.
No, I don't.
You know what I'm saying.
At 160 pounds.
The funniest part of that trip, though, is honestly, well, other than getting to see a flyweights hog, was the fact that like they tried their hardest to like really separate Oscar De La Hoya and Canelo Alvarez.
Oh my goodness! And
like,
we were
it
like,
completely failed.
we were talking to Oscar De La Hoya and Canelo walked by.
Yeah, I was like, well, that seemed like you guys missed the mark on that one.
That fired him up.
It was fun. That was a great guess, Oscar De La Hoya.
Mm-hmm.
He's a kook.
Oh yeah, we like that wasn't as crazy as when we just interviewed him in front of the David Copperfield.
Oh man, that was wild. Yeah, that was wild too.
They did this impromptu. What is
Tracy, but rest in peace. She was the greatest, but she would set up all of our radio road trips. But this was the most awkward one because we were literally like in a theater,
sitting in the front row
and sitting in the front row. And so, like, literally, like where Leroy and I are right now, like
the stage was at
4
right
feet
there.
in front of the stage, and there's a press conference. And so, normally, like a radio row is like in the back of a room.
Yeah. So
Right.
you're like interrupting the press conference with
Yeah,
your
it's either
interviews?
in a grand ballroom or it's in the back of a room. This is literally like being up and center. Like we were at the front of a press conference, and the press conference was about to start. She goes, "Just do your thing, baby." And I was like,
Yeah.
"What?"
So
Just do it.
I started talking to Oscar De La Hoya,
Yeah.
and Tobin goes, "Hey, dummy, give him a mic." And so then we got an interview.
Yeah. And he was like really like he only did this once. He fought, it was Tito Ortiz, Chuck Liddell 3.
Right. So he
in
was
Golden Boy MMA.
They were acting like they were gonna fight, and he stood in between them,
Yeah.
and he looked like he's so tiny. And I'm like, what are you gonna do?
Dude, Chuck Liddell's an intimidating dude.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
he comes up with that crazy eyes and that mohawk
Yes.
in a suit, and you're like, all right, well, let's be nice to him.
Right.
Let's be nice to him. Crooked fingers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Old school guy. Tough.
Lunchbox hands.
You just look at him like Stone Cold. You look at him and you're like, I don't want to mess with this guy.
Yeah.
Pretty
But
much.
So that was the whole crazy, thing. But
Let's get to some headlines, baby. Brought to you by Doral Kia. Doral Kia, choose from over 500 new Kia models in stock. Man, I really can't believe though that they did that with like Dana White was spot on. Those guys should not have fought.
who?
Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz. That was a really bad
goodness.
fight.
Oh my.
That was a really, really bad fight.
Mm.
Didn't enjoy it.
By the
one
way,
bit.
we were not there for that fight.
no.
They just kind of
They had the
threw
launch
it
there.
in front of us.
Yeah, they had the launch there. But anyway, brought to you by Doral Kia. Choose from over 500 new Kia models in inventory like the Sportage, the Sorrento, and the Telluride. Remember, when it comes to Kia, the great deals are at Doral Kia. Tonight, Thursday Night Football. The Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions.
Good game.
Yep, really
At-
good game. All
at
on a full
Detroit.
week's rest.
Yeah, because they both played on Thursday.
Detroit is a 3.5-point favorite.
Ooh, I wish it was 3.
Mm.
3, you could take the home team because it's a pick 'em.
What do we think?
It's gonna be a high scoring game because Detroit is banged up.
Mm.
Banged up. It will be the thing that ends their season. They are that banged up on defense,
Yeah.
and it sucks. But
Cry me a river.
I would say this. Offensively, They're awesome.
Oh my God, they're so much fun.
So much fun.
I missed that.
So I think Green Bay's going to try to play keep away.
I mean, they have. I
With
mean, one of those running
Jacobs?
backs in the leagues in Jacobs, yeah,
Yeah.
and Chris Brooks.
It's funny how these teams have one of those running backs who are doing really well. Go figure.
Go figure. And also, you know, they saw the Dolphins are letting that physical running back go, Chris Brooks.
Yeah, but just because here,
oh no, we have Raheem
let me say this.
What?
Brittle.
Just because he is a back that fills a need doesn't mean he can fill that need.
I'm sorry. What was?
If just because somebody
I felt like words means words.
No,
Am I
no, no.
crazy.
No,
What just
let me
happened?
explain this. Just because he's a big back doesn't mean he can be a productive big back.
But he was an angry runner, dude.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
Angry runner.
they clearly don't think.
Great talk, Van Ginkel.
Yeah, your track record's not good.
This was an interesting comment. The Dolphins who are getting ready for the Jets. Oh, Harlan, we get Harlan back-to-back weeks, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah, I like him.
that's good for us.
Hope so.
Yeah.
But Tua yesterday was asked about the Dolphins' record, Leroy. And he had a pretty interesting comment, I thought, on the whole deal. You know, people always say, is your record what your record is? What do you guys think about where you're at right now? And I got to tell you, this is an interesting way of saying the record is my fault.
Very surprised. I don't think that shows the character of who we are as a team. Doesn't show the work that we've put in this offseason together. But, you know, nobody else will say it but me. And I feel like this has a lot to do with myself, obviously putting myself in harm's way in the second game, going down, basically leaving my guys out to dry. That's what I would say. And anyone can have an opinion about, like, it's football, it's this, it's that. You know, I do take heart to that as well. And just don't want to do that to my guys again. So,
Wow.
Accountability.
How can you not like this?
That's true. How can you not
You
like
know
him?
what I'm saying? Like he hasn't. It makes everything else he says more believable. That he genuinely feels that way, right? And so, like, yeah, man, like I didn't have that luxury. I was a confrontational football player, so I didn't have the luxury of avoiding. You know, my teammates will look at me crazy. What happened? What happened there? You didn't hit nobody.
So you think, like, at one point, like, Tua was at the cafeteria with Jalen Waddle, and he just looks, he goes, Jalen, why'd you talk? He goes, you left me with Skylar.
Wait, so no. This is let me set it up. So
Why did I picture
wait,
this?
so we got Waddle and Tyreek and we got A-Chan and you got Jonnu Smith sitting at a table, and then Tua comes over and sits down, and they all get up and leave.
Or they all scoot over and don't let like there's no space.
They just go leave him at the table by himself. Say, maybe you should see how we feel.
Yeah. Wait, how about, oh, you didn't like that too? Maybe don't run down 30 and jam your head into Damar Hamlin. So I was trying to make something happen, baby. You left us with Skylar Thompson and Tim Boyle. Wow. Where is Tim Boyle now? Is he a Jet? Is he back with the Jets?
He's a backup somewhere.
Of course.
How is he still in the NFL? Are there that few quarterbacks he keeps getting gigs?
Let me tell
He's
you,
a giant.
the greatest
He's a giant.
He is a giant.
greatest job in the world, right? The greatest job in the world.
Backup quarterback.
Backup quarterback. And every year you get that 2, 3, 4, 5 million, and you go, I hope I never have to play.
it's a
Because
Ponzi scheme.
If I have to play, I'm gonna ruin what they think. I'm telling you.
But, like,
You know who was a long time backup? Peterson.
Dude, yes.
You know who else? Wright.
Yeah.
They end up being coaches.
Which
Frank
one?
Reich.
Frank Reich. I thought you said right. My bad.
Right.
Frank
They all, some of the greatest coaches in the league end up were backup quarterbacks because all they do is watch game plan and watch the other guys play.
But the thing that's crazy about
And do this during the game, listening to the plays in the ear hole of their helmet.
But how is it with Tim? Like, seen him be really bad.
Yeah.
How does he keep getting gigs?
Because, okay,
There's
think about
nobody in
this. Think about this.
practices?
Think about this. Everybody wants to rank their starting quarterback, right? But then there's the backup list. You get on that backup list, you're going to play forever.
Man.
Watch how long. Wait. 2 years ago. Was that last year? 2 years ago. Skylar Thompson had that little run.
Yep.
He will be a quarterback for 10 years.
Yeah, like
The only person that ruined it was the kid that left from Green Bay and went out to
Flynn. Yeah.
It was also, you know who else did that? Scott Mitchell.
You know who burned out pretty quick?
Scott Mitchell.
Rosen. He was so like, what was Rosen? I was like
Yeah.
19.
Well, because here's
Josh
the problem.
Rosen, yeah.
He never, ever played.
Had that one Dallas game.
Right.
before
You see what
us.
I'm saying? Like, so he never got to a point where he could play a stretch of 1 or 2 games where anybody could see it work. Because they threw him in Arizona, and to everybody's been saying this lately.
Mhm.
What happens if you go to a bad team? If you're the number 1 quarterback selected, you're going most likely to a terrible team. And if you don't have the infrastructure around you, you're going to flame out in a couple of years. So you want to be the first pick, but then you don't. Because look at the guys that get drafted. I mean,
It is kind of an interesting time because it's like you look at Jared Goff. I mean, Jared Goff wasn't a failure with the Rams, but he, everybody looked at
wait. Can we say it was the coach?
Well, he had both coaches. He had Mr. 7 and 9, and then he did.
And then he went to the Super Bowl with
McVay.
right.
But then McVay's like, then they made the trade. But now look at him.
Yeah.
I still don't really know how good he is. I don't know if he's going to take him to the Super Bowl, but I kind of think they're not going to screw this up unless the defense falls apart.
Let me tell you, dude, I know what that looks like. It's excruciating. Oh, now, the only thing, if you're a Detroit fan and you like Detroit to go to the Super Bowl, you got to pray for the right matchup, right? You got to pray for the right matchups. You got to pray, I think they could beat Green Bay because Green Bay is not going to be one of those teams that'll say, we'll run it 40 times and throw it 10.
You got 3 retreads in the top 10 of passing right now.
Yep.
You got Sam Darnold.
Mm-hmm.
You got Goff.
Mm-hmm.
Baker Mayfield. I have 4. Geno
Wow.
Smith.
Damn, look at that. You know why they don't develop quarterbacks anymore? They're kind of just like,
No,
you suck.
you know
Get
where
outta
they
here.
develop quarterbacks? Andy Reid.
Yeah.
Green Bay.
Yeah.
Green Bay. Every quarterback they drafted in the first round sat for 2 or 3 years.
James will probably be in the top 10 by the end of the year.
Yeah.
He just
But
going to
he's
also
a-
be in the top 10 of picks.
He's refurbished. He ain't a
He's
retread.
refurbished, dude.
Woo. Atlanta's currently trying to
Do you consider Kirk Cousins a retread?
No.
He was kind of like a free agent
No.
merchant,
No, he's
I don't
Kirk
consider
Cousins. Wait.
I don't consider Kirk Cousins a bust.
Okay, let's.
True.
You can't call him a bust or a retread. The man has made more guaranteed money than anybody in the history of the NFL.
Yeah, and he's not bad. He just kind of chokes in the clutch.
Is it like how can one guy choke on a team sport?
Oh, they can do it, dude. Oh, they can do it, dude.
I know you've seen it.
Who was the dude on the Magic? Anderson? Blew the free throws.
But that's choking.
yeah.
Missing, but how can you say?
What about
do that in
Jackson
football?
Dart? Jackson Dart this past
I
weekend.
felt like Aaron Rodgers choked when he ended with the Packers. I felt like there was a choke, dude.
Choke
Should have
job.
ran to the end zone.
First of all,
You know he's going to call this one. He hates Aaron Rodgers.
and yet people were willing to give him all of the money.
Mm.
Like I said this when he got to the Jets. He did less with better in Green Bay. And now you expect him to do more with less? You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, like, what okay. There
Matt
you go.
Moore, backup.
And now they're having a conversation. Are you coming back?
He hates Aaron Rodgers, dude.
You idiots. Are you
Tears
coming
86
back?
says Matt Moore, backup champ. Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he
but
was.
only coming off the bench. You
But
go to
wait.
prep.
No way.
stinks.
How much of a run did Matt Moore get?
He was around for a while.
Right,
He
that's
made,
what I'm
he
saying.
made some good
Wait.
coin.
I got one.
Hmm?
Who's the quarterback down here? Not Ryan Tannehill.
Henny.
Oh,
Chad Henne.
champ.
Chad
Champ,
Henne.
champ.
Champ. He came in for against the Dolphins, wasn't it?
Wasn't
Champ
he?
Henne.
And he got to be in Subway commercials with Mahomes.
Yeah.
Look at that.
They have those bits now, though. Do you
With
have
the backup
Yeah,
quarterback.
that's funny. I like those
Yes.
commercials. Colt McCoy comes in
No.
and paints your house.
No, that
Yes,
was with the
yes.
bees.
Oh,
With the bees.
yeah.
I get it. Like
Jacoby Brissett did some
doing taxes.
Take a break. Back after this. Imagine thinking that a podcaster was going to be the next Pat Riley.
Oof.
Like, imagine that. Like, what a crazy concept to throw out there. Like, it was, they were asking Spo yesterday about Pat Riley. And man, did he gave such a good answer, dude. It was so Goosey's because you could just tell that like Spo loves being in the foxhole with a guy like Pat Riley. And then I'm thinking to myself, listen to the way he speaks about Pat Riley and how he still even has the reverence of, I can't be what he is. And then imagine being a Lakers reporter and having the audacity to think that a podcaster was going to be the next Pat Riley. That's silly.
Who said that though?
People, dude. People said
you know
it.
what? He says people a lot, but I do think I remember hearing that though.
It was like the first thing when I think it might have been Woj.
But wait.
Probably why
Was it, and when they say like Pat Riley, are they talking about the circumstance in which he got the job? Because keep in mind, Pat Riley hadn't really coached either.
I see this.
And he was a broadcast.
He was an assistant coach though.
But he was in the broadcast.
He was in the broadcast booth, and then he went to assistant coach.
Okay, but I'm just saying. So, like, was it referencing that, or did it just?
Nah, it felt like that. Maybe. But you want to know something? Pat Riley was, at least calling the game. He wasn't podcasting, and especially he wasn't podcasting with the star of the team, So I don't know, but like
this Sports Illustrated, NBC Sports, Sporting News, JJ Redick, the next Pat Riley, over and over again.
Jay Gatto says people equal Tobin's mind.
Right.
That's all the voices in your head.
No, because this is what he do. I go, what people?
His personality.
I go, what people? And he goes, dude, people. Like,
people.
Dude.
I'm telling you, people said it.
No, dude.
I'm gonna start making you cite your sources.
Yes. Oh, you definitely have to cite your source. Well, no, because
Who wrote this?
his sources are people.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see.
Tell you, this is from Sports Illustrated from May 21st.
The Lakers are infatuated with him. They view him in a similar light as a young Pat Riley. Who the hell wrote that?
Lakers think JJ Redick is Pat Riley like head coach prospect per report. The only person this is in September. Shaquille O'Neal demands Lakers fans stop calling JJ Redick the next.
He
Pat
did
Riley.
well because Shaq's a legend, and he's like that's a ridiculous thing to say.
It's ridiculous.
Like sometimes Shaq has to call out the nonsense.
Yeah.
It's funny because at the end of Shaq's career, everybody was tired of Shaq.
Of course,
but he's rebounded.
Of course. I mean, like Pat Riley was tired of Shaq before the end of his.
Well, yeah, when he was 400 pounds and couldn't move.
And I think probably he has some regrets about bullying Chris Quinn, much like how Frog Boy bullies Drew Smith.
I don't bully Drew Smith,
bully
dude.
You bully
You
him.
got Josh Christopher putting on a crazy. It
wasn't Josh Christopher. It was Keyshawn Johnson and Pella Larson. Josh Christopher's in South Dakota right now.
He shouldn't be there. He should be on our bench. Close to the
How
action.
Can you say that after
Keyshawn Johnson put it on a record year in the G League.
Can you give me the reference of the last time you watched Drew Smith play basketball and thought he was costing the Heat something?
Is that what he's doing? Playing basketball?
He is playing basketball.
He looks like he's just running at like.
Did you not see him lock up the greatest basketball player of all time last night?
That was mainly Pella Larson.
Clamps.
He put his name on the project.
Clamps, dude. Clamps.
Thomas Bryant. Now that guy had a game.
He loves a blowout.
He
loves a blowout. But no, like Spo is sitting here, and this guy, he loves Pat Riley so much, and they thought that JJ Redick was going to be the next Pat.
Coach, a little off topic of the game, if you'll allow, but the Lakers announced they're going to have a statue for Pat Riley.
That's crazy.
Honoring all of his time.
That's crazy to me
that you
would be
Can
that.
You just, from your eyes, what you've seen from Pat Riley?
How do I say this with the most respect? Because
it is pretty crazy. It's a wild thing.
Off topic of the game, if you'll allow, but the Lakers announced they're going to have a statue for Pat Riley, obviously honoring all of his time back in the day. Can you just speak to the evolution of him from when you met him here, where he is today, and kind of just him as from your eyes, what you've seen from Pat Riley?
How do I say this? So, with the most respect, because Yeah, I'm not going to say it, actually. I'm already calculating like all the headlines on that. He is still every bit the force of nature that he was when he first got here in '95. And you know, he's an iconic figure. You know, that saying that he used to say, I always apply it to him. You don't want to be the best of what you do. You want to be the only one that is able to do what you do. And Pat epitomizes that. He's the only one. He's the one that turned head coaching into a CEO position. All of us can try to do that. None of us can. You know, he transcended just head coaching. He was the best head coach, the best CEO, the best manager. I think he should be absolutely acknowledged in the Hall of Fame again, you know, for his contributions as a president. Those are probably arguably just as great as what he's done here as a head coach. He's done, you know, more in terms of being a president, establishing a culture and an organization that's respected across all the pro sports, and the development of all the staff here, like myself, Andy Ellisberg, you know, Adam Simon, that have been here for 30 years. That cannot be copied anywhere else. Things move too fast. People get fired too much. People get panic, you know, with tough times. He's a rock, and that's why he's the godfather. That's why we all, you know, kill ourselves for this culture is because of him. We believe in it.
Wow.
A double dib Hall of Fame.
Whoa! Wow!
It's happened.
Hey,
Yeah,
it happened.
It's
It's
a very
happened
short
before.
list, though.
That
Very
was
short
Goosey's.
list.
Would you admit Goosey's?
That's
You would admit Goosey's for
Come
that?
on.
That was Goosey's.
Come on.
It was well deserved. Yeah.
That was good.
Like,
Goosey's galore.
Podcaster's going to be the next man.
Wow.
Imagine that. Who says that? Imagine having the credibility to write something so stupid. And by the way, people are like, Tobin hates JJ Reddick, like Frog Boy hates your stuff. I want to be very clear. I have nothing against JJ Reddick.
wait, no, they say like they say like I hate Aaron Rodgers.
I don't hate JJ Reddick. He seems like a perfectly nice.
No.
Nothing
Here's the
against
deal.
Drew Smith.
Here's the deal.
He's short or whatever.
I was very clear on what I had an issue with the whole Aaron Rodgers situation. It had nothing to do with Aaron Rodgers. It had to do with 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers off an Achilles.
Mm-hmm.
You, when you start off with podcast boy, you totally eliminate yourself from saying whether or not he could do the job. And you,
no, I call him Drew Smith.
You, for reasons I cannot explain.
What does he know?
Well, do you trust Spo?
Yeah, I do.
Then why does Spo keep putting him in there? Clearly, Spo knows something you don't.
I mean, Spo also is not putting in Khalil Ware. So, I mean, doesn't
But
always
he's
make
a
the right
defense. He's a
choice.
defensive spark. Like, you know what he is, and you have some problem with this. I don't know why, because he can't dunk.
Waste of space, dude.
It's not a waste of space. It's not a nice
Total
thing to
waste of
say.
space. Spo favors little people. You know that. Or else Khalil Ware would be in the lineup right now.
How old is Drew Smith? Like 25?
Still hasn't gotten his act together.
He has gotten his act together.
Still needs some growing up.
He needs.
Okay,
He can't grow facial hair.
Here was the
either.
report, just so you think I'm not making things up. This was from Shams Sharania. Credible.
Heard of him?
And somebody named Jovan Buha. I think he covers the Lakers.
A
for
little
The
less
Athletic.
credible than the first name.
All right. And they said they are infatuated with Reddick's potential, according to league sources, viewing him as a Pat Riley-like coaching prospect who could help the franchise in the short term and lead it for years.
Like he said, Pat
Riley
Riley, like prospect.
Come
Wait.
on.
They also said prospect.
Come on.
They also said
They're
prospect.
just decorating what they said.
That's like calling somebody the next LeBron as a prospect. Pat Riley? How many people? Don Shula, Pat
Well,
Riley, Bill Belichick?
wait. They did it with D Wade with old boy in Minnesota.
Anthony Edwards?
Anthony Edwards?
No, he's
No,
pretty
what
good,
they
though.
did too much though. They're like, oh, he's going to be the next. And they were doing the
Yeah,
next MJ. I'm
Michael
like,
Jordan,
can he get to D Wade before he's MJ? Like,
No,
he's
they
not even
always
there
said he
yet.
was built like it.
They did say he was built like D Wade, but now you saw during the finals last year, he was in Good Morning America for like doing the he's going to be the next MJ. You know, which maybe he will probably when he gets down here. But you know, that's another story for another day.
What?
Can't wait for that because things are imploding in Minnesota.
Well, they're not. They just won like back-to-back games by 40. They beat both LA teams. They beat the Lakers by 30, and then I think they beat. What did they beat the Clippers by last night? 28.
Okay, so that doesn't count then.
Well, yeah, the LA teams are a mess. But you know who's having fun? James Harden.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, he is.
He just gets to put up numbers. He's having a great time.
This
He doesn't want Kawhi to come back.
This is why he's like, this is why I left Brooklyn. This is it, baby.
I mean, dribble. Is there anybody who has dribbled more times in his career than?
No.
I disagree that guy's a Hall of Famer.
He is a Hall of Famer.
I know. You guys say it all the time.
What?
I mean, I know. Like he's
What are you
got
talking
numbers,
about?
but like he's just like significant. Him and DeMar DeRozan, they just haven't moved the needle. You know, that's what I'm saying.
James Harden didn't move the needle.
Yeah, he moved it backwards when he invented the travel.
He doesn't move the needle in the playoffs. I think
No.
what he's saying.
It's like, come on, what are we doing here?
He moves the needle backwards because he usually takes a big poop on the court.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
All-time choke
I just
artist.
know from being in sports my whole life,
Mhm.
like you want to do better
Mhm.
in those moments, but you can't just turn it on and off. It has to be there. Right. And sometimes you can't, and especially in basketball and baseball, when you play so many games and the success rate is already well below 50. Like if you're 40% in baseball and basketball in the playoffs, you're awesome.
You want to know something? It's funny you say that because I was talking to Bam last night after he might have shaded me for Tyler Herro rumors.
Totally.
He definitely
But then asked him about the Coach Cal thing. And he goes, no speech. But you know what Coach Cal, because, you know, he visited Coach Cal. And he goes, no speech. But you want to know what Coach Cal always told me? He says, don't overthink things. You're going to fail 60% of the time anyway. I was like, wow, that's deep, dude.
Dude, if you don't go to break now, I'm coming.
Why?
I am coming.
Coach Cal said that to me.
I am gonna kick your ass right now.
That is wisdom.
Coach Cal, though.
How many times have I said that?
Wisdom.
He's heard from his coach.
How many times have I said that?
You heard something similar like that.
These buffoons who say he can't perform under these circumstances when the success rate is only 40%. It's laughable.
Yeah, but that's not what he said, though. He said you're going to fail 60% of the time. It's a little different.
So me saying,
it's
wait,
the packaging.
wait.
He used a
So
bigger number.
wait. So him saying you're gonna fail 60% of the time,
Right.
and me saying the success rate is only 40%,
Right.
It's two different
You
things.
don't see how packaging matters there?
I don't like that. I don't like when you say it, Leroy.
How much does it add up to? You jackass.
3/5. That would have been good. 3/5 of the time you're gonna fail. That's pretty good.
You know what?
Okay.
Where's he going?
We lost him before
Where are you
getting-
going?
He's leaving us.
Coffee refill.
He's reenacting this whole thing with Tua.
You're deciding your own break?
Yes,
It's decided his own break.
it's time.
I guess it's time.
I can't believe you.
I've
I've been saying the same crap for years. Now all of a sudden,
different packaging, though. You'd agree.
so me saying 40% success rate is different than 60% fail rate.
It's saying the same message, but the message is different. You know what I mean?
If it were you, you know what you would say to me?
Hmm?
You kind of agree with me.
Closer than you think.
No, goodbye.
Well, fair. Mixed bag next.
Yeah.
Fair.
WQAM.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program.
Somebody said, I wish Leroy would hit Tobin in the back of the head for some of his statements. Bring back bullying in 2025. No. We're not advocating bullying. I do periodically when he walks down the hallway want to just like Terry Tate him. Y'all don't remember Terry Tate, office linebacker. Look up Terry Tate.
I do remember that.
Look up Terry Tate, offensive linebacker.
You go, boy.
Yeah, I got it. Hey.
Yeah. Okay. No,
I do remember this, actually.
That was almost that.
I do remember this, actually.
Yeah.
By the way, everybody, it's a Tobin and Leroy exclusive. The music festival we've all been waiting for is coming back. Rockville is coming to Daytona International Speedway in May, and we've got your chance to win a pair of 4-day general admission passes to see Shinedown, Green Day, Puss Puss, Linkin Park, Korn. What?
No. One of those.
Puss Puss.
One of
Yeah.
those I've never heard of.
Yeah, Puss Puss.
Oh,
Ew.
gross.
It is gross.
So nasty.
Yeah, in fact, Infection is their lead single.
Oh, yes.
Oh my
You guys can win those pair of 4-day general admission passes to Rockville. Plus, if you win that, then you're in for the grand prize, which is a Rockville holiday mystery box. Just keep listening to our show for details on how you can win. For more info, go to their website. Welcome to Rockville, rockville.com. Let's get to the mixed bag, eh?
Hey.
Hey.
Now you're Canadian.
The mixed bag is brought to you by Marcus's bullying of Drew Smith.
No, I don't bully Drew Smith.
You're not allowed to say that when you spent 25 minutes this morning, too early, bullying him and making little memes.
It was good memes, though. It was good memes, gotta admit.
Don't put that Spieth and Schmollman comment up.
Man, that's rough. That's like telling me don't think
Wow.
about it. Don't think
Ooh.
about it. Don't think about it.
Yikes.
Too
Don't
much.
say that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Too much.
You know what? I think it's safe to say he gets enough points. We're gonna do this.
-1.
Woof. Jeez.
This is your fault.
It's rough. Let us start this mix bag with a little Tua comment that I think Leroy is gonna like. Leroy, you have long been the number one Aaron Rodgers hater on this side of the Mississippi.
Hates Aaron Rodgers, dude.
For sure. Last night.
All right, Drew Smith.
Fair.
You're lucky Leroy doesn't know how to do memes.
Froggy definitely looks like the type of person who bullied kids in high school.
I didn't bully kids in
He's a
high school.
bully.
I feel like he's the one
Never
that got bullied, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's too big.
I don't
He
know.
probably was.
11th grade is when I got big. 10th grade, rough for me.
Mm.
Pretty rough. It's okay though. Lockers, a lot
We
more
didn't have
space
that
than you
problem.
think.
I didn't have that problem with bullying in school.
You were a star football player.
Man,
Of course
No,
not.
Of course
when
not.
nobody got bullied. It was an all boys school,
What does that mean?
all boy,
Seems like
all
there'd be
black
more
Catholic
bullying.
school.
Seems like there'd be more bullying at all
Yeah.
No.
boys school.
No, because bullying always tends to have something to do with impressing somebody, right? You want to look like one of the cool kids or whatever. When you had to wear a tie to school every day, you ain't care.
Life was miserable enough. This person who's been bullied by Leroy all year kind of got a backhanded compliment here from Tua. I want you to hear what our quarterback says about that Wash quarterback up in New York.
I would say, first off, a lot of respect to Aaron and what he's done throughout the course of his years playing at Green Bay. Obviously, we got to play against him 2 years ago. And, you know, he's a Hall of Famer. And whether he looks the same way he did in years past or not, like you're just going up against greatness regardless. The mindset that he has, and to be able to still play at his age is really remarkable. And I got a lot of respect for his game, with how he goes about his business and how he does his things. I got a lot of respect for him.
Stop the fight!
Stop the fight!
Hey,
Stop the fight!
wait a minute!
What? This is a compliment.
No.
What?
Let's start here.
Ton of respect for him.
The things he did in Green Bay.
Yep.
So it
Number
means
one.
he ain't doing poop right now, but he used to be good.
Wow.
Yikes.
Hey, wow. Hey,
Did you write this up for him, by the way?
can I just tell you, the things that I said is nowhere near as bad as what Tua said.
Jeez.
What are you talking about?
Oh, he was
That was
can I-
spicy.
Wow.
Sheesh.
Can I,
That was something.
what? Hey, that was terrible. He still has not mentioned Aaron Rodgers in a Jets uniform.
No. Because all he can see
Somebody
is
said,
this.
Leroy, as your counsel, I urge you to ask for an attorney.
Wow.
I'm telling you, hey,
He called him washed.
wait. Still waiting for him to say Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback for the Jets. Right?
How long was that clip?
You guys
Was-
remember
did he
2011 when
mention
he
the
won the
Jets?
Yes.
Yeah. Rough.
Like you know what he sounds like? He sounds like me talking about Chuck Norris.
Has he played Aaron Rodgers?
He played him on Christmas.
No,
but it
that
was in
that was
Green Bay, but he
Bay.
hasn't played him on the
Hasn't
Jets.
played him as a Jet. So he doesn't exist as a Jet.
No,
That's
he was
true.
out all last year. This is the
Yep.
first time they're playing the Jets this year.
Sure. Wow.
Yeah, they played Tim Boyle and I guess
right.
Zach Wilson. I
Yeah,
don't even remember the
know.
other game. I always
Oh
remember
my
them.
goodness.
I think I was a quarterback.
Like, wow. Listen, I have stated factual stuff, but this was way worse than me.
It was like, is he what he used to be?
I
This
kind of
is-
want to hear it again.
Wait,
That
when
was so
you
good.
start off by saying, I hope I could do it as long as he has. Woof. Right? Like you. Oh my goodness.
I guess you want to hear the
You
you,
can-
want to hear it again,
I
JFig?
do.
You
wanna
can
hear
you
it
can
again.
throw
That
a
was
little Hall of
amazing.
Fame in there just to kind of sugarcoat the
Yeah.
nastiness that we can. Let's go. Let's hear it.
I would say, first off, a lot of respect to Aaron and what he's done throughout the course of his years playing at Green Bay. Obviously, we got to play against him 2 years ago, and you know he's a Hall of Famer. And whether he looks the same way he did in years past or not, like you're just going up against greatness regardless. The mindset that he has, and to be able to still play at his age is really remarkable. And I got a lot of respect for his game, with how he goes about his business and how he does his things. I got a lot of respect for him.
So basically,
Two of
wait.
us.
You know what that sounded like? That sounded like he was going into a fight with 58-year-old Mike Tyson.
A little bit.
Yeah,
A little bit.
yeah. Like, oh, Tyson was a great champ,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah,
Yep. Was
yeah.
Green Bay. What he's done.
Holy
Wow.
No matter how bad
Hey,
he
that
is
was
now.
brutal.
So
too.
all I'm gonna say is this:
And he's on, like he can't
I'm
help
not the
himself.
only one.
It's true.
I'm not the only one that thinks that. I was just the first one to admit it.
Wow.
Peas in a pod.
All right, we gotta take a break. I think we gotta recover.
We
from
all
that.
need. I
We
need
need
to
to
go
go for a while.
I need to go like
Woof. That
get
was
a
cool.
pat down.
Take a break. Back after this.
the arena logo. He strokes it. Looked over and saw that K and Kaseya let it fly. Jimmy feed and dunking underneath. Kicks it out top to Bam. Now to Tyler. He's got another one. Let it go, and he lets the flow continue from the land of milk and honey. Tyler 4 of 10 from downtown. He has a heat-high 16 point. Out to Tyler. Still put it up. And in, and one. It's Wildcat crime out there. Hey, you think Calipari hung around? Ball in Duncan's hands. He drives on AD, kicks it to Tyler, 3 ball, splashes from the right corner pocket. That's 6 for Boy Winder. Come on, let's start counting, Amy. The man's feeling. He shot that from behind the basket like Jimmy earlier.
He's one of the best shooters on the planet, and he's ignitable because when he sees like 3 go, it can go to 6 super fast. And he got 16 attempts up. I mean, imagine if he got 20 up. Is that unreasonable?
Tyler gets it to Jimmy. Back to Tyler. Behind the back. There's a 3. Oh, come on. Jimmy just flipped it back. So cool and easy. Tyler splashing all over this place. That man is juicy. Amy, I need some paper towels. He's all wet all over the floor. Duncan to H. Back to Tyler. He's on the K and Kaseya Center, and he knocks down number 8.
Juicy.
It was Kai Ocho last night. Ocho for the 3s tonight. Take it over. Take it over, Tyler. Tyler on the side of the arc. Pump fake. Namdi on his right hip. Gets off it. To Bam. Back to Tyler for 3. Yeah. It's 9. It's 9. All these Lakers fans came in here to see LeBron, see AD, enjoy the glorious deliciousness of Tyler Herro. 9 of 15 from downtown. He has 31.
Oh, man. Considering, like, a lot of media and fans have dogged him in the past because of past performances, being injured. This is his moment right now. He's having this moment. And when you see somebody having that, he enjoyed my moments. So for me, it's just feelings mutual, dog. I'm happy for him. He's out there doing what he does, which is get buckets.
I mean, I was open all night, honestly. I should have made a couple more in the first half. I got great looks all night.
There you go. He did make him.
Made him memorable.
That was a big swing.
Made him memorable.
Bam Adebayo, Tyler Herro, Eric Spoelstra, and the great Jason Jackson and Amy Audibert on the Miami Heat audio experience last night on 560 WQAM. Tyler Herro, 7 from downtown in the third quarter, 21 points, and 31 overall on the night. He just absolutely obliterated any Lakers hopes as the Heat not only avoided, that was the cleanest colon third quarter there could be. No turds whatsoever.
It's pretty amazing because when Tyler gets hot, they just let him cook.
Yep.
And he'll go a whole quarter without hitting the rim.
And he said he could have done more.
Could have. He had looks. That Lakers team did not defend.
He didn't want to take all the shots.
That Lakers team did not defend very hard.
I don't like calling it a clean colon quarter. I'm
No,
sorry.
we're still stuck on that.
What do you call the opposite of a third quarter?
I mean, I get it, but like, I just don't like it.
All right. Just let it marinate a little, you know?
That's even worse.
Quarter?
Oh, constipated quarter connotes discomfort.
Good.
Yeah.
Seems
like a 12-pointer. A 12-pointer.
I don't know, we'll think of it. We'll keep workshopping it.
We'll workshop it. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
No, but when you workshop it, it always starts off with, okay, guys, hear me out.
It just gets worse.
It gets worse, right?
Yeah. Eventually it grows on you, though. Like, sealer it on up. Hated that at first.
And now you can't
stop.
No, nobody can. You know what my Twitter mentions are like when Zach Sealer makes a big play?
Yeah.
I get my Dolphins notifications light up for Zach Sealer and, of course, Julian Hill messing up.
You know what I get? Every time anytime somebody wins. Leroy.
Yeah,
like,
that's good.
I literally hear it in my head as
Right.
soon as the game ends.
As soon as the game ends.
Oh, an X-Lax quarter because things were flowing.
Please stop.
Feeling relieved quarter?
Feeling relieved quarter.
I'm Blue Chew.
Blue Chew quarter.
Oh.
Oh, man. But anyway, yeah, that was some great calls from Jax last night. Tyler
Very
Herro,
colorful.
a great night. A great night.
So what we need, though, is we need to figure out how it doesn't have to be one guy, right? Like that can happen through the flow of the offense. And it seems to happen that way when it's Tyler. But when it's Jimmy, it seems like Jimmy has to have the ball.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean?
Well, he did. I mean, he did have a lot of assists last night too. Him and I mean, Bam had 5 assists in that third quarter. I think half of those threes were from Bam.
Let's just figure it out here. You threw it to Tyler in the third quarter. You were getting an assist.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was hot, smart.
We have 21 in the
21 in the third quarter.
Yeah.
7 of 8 from downtown.
That's not like your boy.
He's 7 for 7 to start.
Your boy broke the record.
Yeah.
What did Clay have? 30.
37?
37
37?
in one quarter.
So long ago.
It's like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like, and last time Aaron Rodgers won.
It's like if Tyler Herro spoke about Aaron Rodgers, we all remember what he did.
Imagine if Tyler Herro played with Steph Curry, though.
Wow.
Look at that.
I'm pretty sure LeBron was thinking watching Tyler Herro last night. How come this bum Connect isn't connecting on anything tonight? Remember when everybody was like, "Oh, Connect,
yeah, right?
Intangibles."
Oh yeah.
Although it was
that
sad
kid
to see
sucked
him,
last night.
He did suck last night, which was great because the last time
You thought you were gonna out intangibles us?
oh, you can't.
The only guy who's done that lately is Pritchard.
I was gonna say Boston. Boston's the only one.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Oh yeah. They can go full intangible squad.
Yeah.
Pretty wild. El Borre says we need to figure out if Bam was mad at Show Pony. He wasn't mad at me, but he definitely I think he did.
Hey,
You were totally mad at you.
He side-eyed you. But here's the deal. Why can't he call you out? He calls me out.
Maybe he felt like in that setting it wasn't the time. We'll ask him next time we have him on.
Okay.
Hey, Leroy, stop this.
Yeah. See?
I'm totally fine asking him, like, hey, were you referring to me?
You be honest.
And then I'm gonna say
But
to
you have
him,
to
like,
play him that video.
but I am gonna go back and I'm gonna be like, you want to Damian Lillard too?
You know what? Keep that same energy. I really do hope you do say that.
No, you're not.
What do you mean, dude?
Hey, this dude right here. Oh my goodness.
Clip all of that.
You know what you are? Telephone tough guy. That's it. Telephone tough guy.
Keyboard warrior.
I don't think that's true.
Yes, you are.
I don't think I am a telephone
You
tough
know
guy.
how many things? Oh, how'd you get out of that Lowry thing?
You guys wouldn't stop yakking about golf.
Oh, okay.
Who put it out there?
A couple of
Who
chatty
put it out there?
Cathys. Well, I just thought you guys would want to bond on that.
What a-
But I never had anything against Lowry, you know? Never.
No, of course you didn't.
Some of the things you say about players that you going for like 10 minutes. Hey, how about a little less and a little more shooty shoot?
And then he wonders why he gets the bombastic.
Right.
side.
That's why?
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like everybody knows I mean well. You know, we're just having a little fun, baby. This show's not serious. You know, we're having everything on this show is just meant to make the people happy or feel feelings.
That's not true.
You know, I don't
That's not
genuinely
true.
like
That's not
my
true.
moods are not swung by the heat.
Oh, like your 20-minute comments on Wednesday
Well, I mean, what do you mean?
after the Canes came in 12th?
Well, ridiculous. But you know, I want to move on with my, listen, we're gonna go and have the best Pop-Tart bowl we can have.
You might be playing in the bowl next Thursday.
Pop-Tart bowl.
Rough.
No, let's see. Wait, let's see. There's still some good ones out there.
Nah, dude. They're going to a bum bowl.
The Outback Bowl.
No,
We'd be lucky to go to the Outback Bowl.
no. Keep in mind, like
No.
everybody plays a home game.
Mm-mm.
Then the next games are the other bowls, but you still have the Rose
But
Bowl.
a lot of them are conference centric, so you are like contractually obligated to go to them. So, for example, they may not finish.
Oh, so you're saying the ACC is part or tied into bum bowls?
Exactly, dude.
Wow. So you're gonna end up on
Because
the blue
Orange,
turf.
I think, is orange. Like their big bowl is the Orange, but Orange, I think, is taken up as like a semifinal.
No, but they still play the Orange Bowl, bum. They've had 2 games here for the championship game or the
Yeah, but I think
and the
I
Orange
think
Bowl.
it's one of the. I think it's one of the
Playoff game.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll find out. You know, it's funny. Once your team's not involved, you really don't know. I'm not mad at you.
I'm trying to find it. saw Barry tweet about the Pop-Tart Bowl yesterday. I was like, oh, that's brutal.
Hey, I think Siri is struggling.
What do you why?
This is a message that was left, but look what Siri put.
Was Siri interpreting the message?
Siri is slipping, right?
All right, so Action Network has a
Who's
projection.
Action Network?
It's a gambling site.
Oh, okay.
They have the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl,
Oh,
Syracuse and Washington. That's in El Paso, Texas. That's one of those where the Canes could go to.
gross.
The Rela Quest Bowl is Florida and Michigan. I don't know what the hell that is. Is
Wow.
that I think that was the Outback Bowl because that used to be in Tampa.
You know what that is? How the hell did we end up being in a bowl? Because Florida was terrible early and Michigan was terrible early.
And then the Miami Hurricanes are projected right now, December 28th.
The Sedano's Bowl.
The Pop-Tarts Bowl.
Really?
Iowa State.
Where? Where is it?
Orlando.
Pop-Tarts are in Orlando?
Everything's taken over.
That seems like a
used
cold
to be camping ground.
It
It used to be-
the camping ground is the name of the stadium.
Yeah, but so like it used to be like the Citrus Bowl, then
All right.
whatever that is.
I
but
think
now
I
it's
played
Pop-Tarts Bowl.
in Tampa, but that was my only other bowl in the Hall of Fame game, Hall of Fame bowl or something like that. I think it was Tampa. We played Alabama in our only other bowl.
The Guaranteed Rate Bowl.
The what?
What's that?
That did not sound good. Say
Yeah,
that one
it
more
sounded
time.
like you said something else.
The Guaranteed Rate Bowl.
Rate.
Rate.
Spell it.
Rate.
Heard it,
RATE.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds.
They gotta switch that up. They gotta
I don't
switch
like
that
that.
up very
The famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
We know what that is. Blue turf. It's in Idaho, right?
quickly.
The Myrtle Beach Bowl.
Myrtle Beach.
The Gasparilla Bowl. It's also in Tampa. How many bowls does Tampa get?
So, or do they have the Pinstripe Bowl still?
Yes, Bad Boys Mowers Pinstripe Bowl. That was the Canes lost last year.
Because they played at a baseball stadium.
You have the LA Bowl hosted by Gronk.
Oh. I had some
Gronk is hosting a bowl.
good news about the Pop-Tart Bowl, guys. The third mystery mascot was revealed on the Pop-Tart Bowl. You're gonna have Cinnamon. Cinnamon is the mystery Pop-Tart that will be present.
Is she going to be performing at Mons Venus at night?
Ladies and gentlemen, to the stage.
Well, I don't know if you want this one because the full name, Cinnamon Roll.
West Virginia.
Let me see that cinnamon roll.
The Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl.
I got to tell you, the cinnamon roll Pop-Tart, kind of delicious.
I bet it's a good swag bag, the Pop-Tart Bowl.
It'll be cinnamon roll,
let me tell you
wild
something.
berry, and hot fudge sundae.
Let me just tell you.
Yeah.
There's a big difference in swag for the Hall of Fame game and the Rose Bowl. Oh.
Take a break. We'll hear a little bit from Mike McDaniel on the week ahead.
How much time we got?
Enough.
Okay.
Take a break. Back after this. You know, this is kind of like what I was talking about earlier about liking songs just for like the music. I don't know what the words are on the song.
Shop those kids like us.
No, guys.
What is it? What?
All the other kids with the pumped up kicks, you
pumped
better
up kicks.
run,
That's
better
it.
run.
Are we?
Yeah.
We're just gonna
Outrun my gun.
skipping the verse then. We're just
Yeah.
gonna skip the verse. Or
The music, yeah, like if you listen to it in the thing, yeah, you listen to it. See, I'm gonna tell you now, when you get older,
yeah,
I want to fight XM
Oh.
when sometimes they don't show the damn song.
Oh, I hate that.
Well, you know what my trick is that on my phone, Frog Boy, you can't relate. I'm so sorry.
Wow. Flashing out.
She's right though.
You have a little shortcut, and if you hear a song you like, I can just press Shazam, and instantly I have the song in my playlist.
Saquon Barkley and Joe Burrow have been named NFL Players of the Month, by the way.
Who? Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley and Joe Burrow.
Yeah, and they're 1-3 in those games.
He's had some crazy numbers.
Crazy numbers. Well, so is
Did you see he bought a Batmobile, or he's got a Batmobile on order?
Really?
Yeah, what do you guys think of that? Did you watch any of the Hard Knocks?
I did not watch it. I only saw that clip on Twitter. But he said that he bought it for $3 million, and he's basically doing this as an elaborate Halloween because he wants to come in full costume for the Halloween game
Leroy's
next year.
Next year, because I don't think he's got to wait for it to come in like the official Batmobile.
Yeah, 2.9 million.
Sheesh. I mean, he's got it. He's good for it.
I'd run a credit check.
Tua could never do that.
Ooh, wait until y'all find out what Pumped Up Kicks is about.
Yeah,
I mean, if it says
But,
outrun my gun, I don't know.
I think it's about school shootings.
Okay, I guess
Is
we're
it?
just.
Yeah, I think it is.
Guess we're just out here.
That's that's why they want you to enjoy the little ditty music. You know.
Yes.
Not that ditty, but the,
Okay, I was like, wait, what just happened?
Oh my goodness, we can't even talk. Like,
you can't talk anymore. You know.
right?
Can't talk anymore.
But the music is nice. Like
is.
I
It's
don't know.
pleasant.
I don't know.
It's
Sometimes
pleasant,
you
just not
sing
the
songs,
meaning.
right? You sing song. I don't know why they wrote the song. I just know when I'm in my car and I hear the little music, I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It's catchy music.
Another person who's catchy is Mike McDaniel.
Oh well.
catchy.
Not sure.
Nobody can catch him. His mouth is running. What is he talking about today?
Today he is talking about a couple of things, Leroy. You know, he is the head coach of the Miami Dolphins.
Yep.
And he says, you know, he was asked about does he want his players paying attention to social media during hard times, which, you know, some people have accused certain players of being a little sensitive on social media. But I will say, as somebody who deals with his own social media backlash from time to time, you guys are jerks. So, you know, in fairness,
All right.
what they are.
People can be jerks.
People
for
can
sure.
be jerks.
Yeah, some people deserve it more than others.
Not me.
I didn't say you.
Not me.
What was that face you were giving him right now? What was that face?
We call that the Bam.
That is Bam.
I don't like that.
The Bam.
I don't like that. But Mike McDaniel, this is him on the social media age and his players.
Listen, there's a lot of people that fans that really want to see you do well. And I know one thing, when something doesn't go your way and you have no control over it, it's maddening. So, like, stuff's going to be said. I think, you know, what I talk to the team about is like, yeah, expect it. And, you know, I think it's kind of ironic, like, to expect something else would be you're entitled to something that other people don't get. Like, this is a big boy business. Like, people that don't know your situation will have a lot of comments on what you're doing and how you're doing it. But you can't, on one side of your mouth, get mad about that and then accept the cheering and the praise. You know, it's one of those things that, right, wrong, or indifferent, in this generation, it is noisy either way.
Wow. Deep.
What?
I kind of feel seen, you know?
Oh,
that's all I'm
good.
saying with a little TTL. That's all that is, baby. Because, you know, it comes from a place of love.
I would say this. Stop trying to figure out fans. Stop trying to understand it. You're never going to understand a fan's view because you come from a different place. You come from inside those walls They don't. So a lot of the stuff that goes on, that's a result of it, you can't even talk about, right? That's one of the things that sucks, about sports. If you came out and gave the real reasons why you lost the game, you guys will call everybody bad teammates. So you kind of eat it and deal with it in-house. I don't know. I mean, look, everybody has the great thing about sports is everybody could watch a game and see something different. And I don't think anybody's, everybody can see something different. And it's not, that's why you have a lot of people that watch film on a weekly basis. However, the disconnect between fans and players is what they're seeing. And it's hard to actually explain it sometimes. Like you see a safety chasing the guy in the middle of the field, you immediately think it's his fault.
Sure.
Like, and that guy's got to eat it, right? Because he don't want to put out there the real reason. Same thing on offense. You see a guy miss a block, or like, so like, I get it. I don't blame fans for being the way they are. The only thing I've ever said to a fan is, if you want your team to win and you're genuinely a crazed fan like you say you are, why would you ever boo your own team? Right? Like, it seems like counterproductive.
No.
I know. But that's the disconnect. Right? That's the disconnect. Like, I mean, okay. If I want a better sandwich, you think me going into Publix yelling at them to get my sandwich right is going to get me a better sandwich?
But you do it.
But
don't
that's
you?
why you yell
Is
at
that
them.
not
You
more
try
or
to
less-
get a better
Wait,
sandwich.
wait, because
I think
wait,
you
no.
box yourself in.
You guys got me like this.
What?
You got yourself like
This is
No.
no accountability.
No
and you just-
accountability. It's a
what is
minus.
this-
What's a
no,
clear
what
minus
is going
one
up?
No.
for lashing out, and it's a box.
I don't yell at people in the sandwich line.
This is a double for you, sir.
I don't.
Very strange.
The people at Publix love me.
Leroy, I just want to be clear here.
Yes.
He admitted earlier in the week to shaming Meat Boy for overpricing risotto balls.
Oh,
No,
that's
and
right.
not only did you do it, after he got corrected, he said, "Come out here, come out,
Come out here.
come out here."
Answer for
Hold
your
on, wait,
crimes.
And then
I
he
just-
never bought them.
I thought Danny DeVito owed me.
Okay.
No, you look like Danny DeVito.
Oh,
now
when-
he's shaming him.
when
You
I
know
went
what?
to
We
the
did
Prime
front,
that.
Danny
They
DeVito
go- they
or
go-
Jersey Mike subs Danny DeVito?
Ooh,
Oh.
Jersey Mike. Jersey Mike. No, no, for real. For real. When I was at the counter and I was like, they go, "Who is it?" I said, "Danny DeVito." And they knew exactly who it was.
Okay. So not only did you call him out for mispricing risotto balls,
yeah.
Dude,
now
he
he's-
was no.
now he has a
wait,
Publix
wait,
This
wait,
whole
wait.
team putting them
You
against each
know
other.
sometimes when you're at a place of business or whatever, and you say, "Is that right?" And somebody like just talks down to you like you don't work there, you don't, and just like he was like very aggressive with his answers. I'm like, dude, there ain't no way one little cheese ball costs $6.49. They're risotto. I don't give a rat's ass what kind of balls they are. They ain't $6.49 a piece.
but saying it like that, did that really help you get the price of risotto balls faster, or did it make him angry?
No, I got the price from somebody else. And then when they came and told him, and then I'm like, now I want my apology because you were wrong and all these people out here saw you.
Okay, so you're the same as a Dolphins fan.
No, I'm not.
You kind of seem like
You
you
kind of are, though, dude.
just diving
What?
into it more.
If I fumble, I admit I fumbled. So what are you talking
Okay,
about?
But this has
Ah!
nothing to do with your playing career. This is you as a Publix customer saying, "Hey, you bum! You don't even know how much risotto balls cost." Danny DeVito.
I get that from you.
What?
The
Wow.
the text. You don't go up. Come on.
The
Come on.
accountability. on
You
this one.
are team leader when it comes
Oh,
to this stuff.
no, you want to know something? If anything, the three of you are worse than me.
What?
Why are
No,
we counting
no, no.
strays?
No.
What do you mean?
Here's the only difference between you and me, right? I do mine on air. You do yours via text at 10:30 at night.
That's not fair.
Yo, my
That's not
goodness.
fair.
Oh my goodness. and your little understudy. He's I don't.
Well,
what
he's
he-
just a bully.
I don't
He-
know what
no,
he,
I'm
what
not-
he does at
he
night.
bullies two-way players. You
Way.
bully Risotto Boy, and she murders things with feathers.
What? Wait.
Yeah.
What do I do?
didn't wait.
A
you wait.
little trade rumor for my
Let,
team.
let
What
me
do
ask
I
you a
do?
question. You don't think I deserve an apology the way that guy went after? Huh?
I don't say that you do or you don't. I just think it's ridiculous for you to say, what's the benefit of booing your players when you're booing Risotto Boy?
Let it go. Put that down.
What is that?
What is?
Put it down.
She's got a weapon.
My God.
Sends me every time she.
Why is she? Why is she? What are you doing?
I've seen that before. She threatens me. She threatens me. She just sends me that picture. She doesn't say anything. She just sends me that picture, and I know what I need to do.
I sent you that
Shut
in
up.
confidence.
In confidence, not really.
I remember that stare.
Right?
It's a cute little knife too. It just-
Like, she probably has it like in her purse.
Definitely big enough to take out a macaw esophagus.
Oh my goodness.
My God, put it up.
Why you always wait? Can I ask you a question? Why are you always wearing the whatchamacallit? The black tank top like old boy?
Blade?
No.
She's got the Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee.
Oh,
She's wearing the Pat
That's not what I'm
McAfee.
wearing.
More like
Black is my favorite color.
stab McAfee over here. Her last words before killing me were punting.
Take a break. Back up to this. And I don't even think I like it that much.
It's not a bad song.
It's not a bad song.
Morgan Wallen has a good career ahead of him.
He does have a good. I mean, he can stay out of the clink. I think he's about to face some big charges.
He'll find a way out of it.
Is he getting sentenced soon for throwing that chair off the building?
He's not the one who skipped out on his concert that one time.
Wasn't he going to be actually arrested for some time?
I'm pretty sure he's already in charge. I think he already got found guilty.
I remember I had said it for damages.
Charged with 3 felonies.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's
throwing a chair off the roof of Chiefs Bar in Nashville, Tennessee.
A lot of people think he's not avoiding jail time for this.
Really?
Morgan Wallen, huh?
Dangerous. Can't throw chairs off a roof, Leroy.
Was he the guy that skipped out on his concert to watch Duke or something?
No, that was Eric Church.
Oh, okay.
He has a song with Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen's mugshot. Not good.
Which one?
Good. This was when he was arrested after an incident at Kid Rock's Honky Tonk.
Of course. What else would you expect?
I've been there. I've been there sometimes.
Throwing chairs. I like this guy. This guy he's
I really only like that song for the Spanish guitar riff out of nowhere in the country song in the middle of it. I was like, I don't know.
You know what? This, right? I don't like that you're playing this right now.
Come on, JFig. Let's have a little fun.
Oh, it's off the thing though.
Okay. So it's an audio only.
Yeah, unfortunately, anyone on the Twitch.
Go to the Odyssey app, guys.
Yeah. Pretty good. You know what? He reminds me of like a young Post Malone.
What?
He's just saying that to mess with you.
Post Malone is this annoying thing where he sounds like a billy goat when he sings. You guys ever notice that?
No.
No, but please, how does a billy goat sing?
I'm Post Malone.
You know what? I can't.
I'm doing country now. This is it. This is. It's my favorite part of the song.
Wait.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Hold on, because this is also you can put Dua Lipa's voice on this.
Did he steal a Dua Lipa song?
Yeah.
He did?
How feels like a rodeo knows
Oh,
wow, he's a plagiarist.
Dua Lipa, Morgan Wallen. Says it right here. He stole it. No, I'm kidding. But it does sound somewhat. Wow, there's actually quite a bit of Reddits and even a YouTube video
about Morgan Wallen being a plagiarist.
Copying
no
Dua
wonder
Lipa.
you were doing that in the hallway, and I'm like, yo, is he singing Dua Lipa?
I don't know the song you're speaking about.
It says it sounds aggressively similar to Dua Lipa's Training Season.
Training Season.
Yeah.
Oh, now
someone says
play a little bit of
arguably
training.
the same.
Play a little bit.
Play
a little bit of training.
Now I need to hear it. Now I need to hear it.
I'm not a jukebox guy.
All right,
we'll
figure it out, dude.
LimeWire. Jesus. I got to go hack into the system.
We got to. I don't know. Anyway, before you do that though, can I hear Podcast Boy last night? Because I'd really like to hear Podcast Boy, JJ Reddick. We haven't basked in their suffering enough. And I have nothing against the Lakers, but you reap what you sow.
Kind of seems.
This is him after the game yesterday. This was him, just saying.
There has to be some ownership, and I think when a group is not performing well, which happens, and it happens to bad teams, it happens to good teams, it happens to great teams, you can splinter, and it's easy to not want the ownership, particularly when it's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. We're all embarrassed. That's not. It's not a game that I thought we had the right fight, the right professionalism.
He's fighting for his life up there.
Not sure what was lost in translation. There has to be some ownership on the court, and I'll take all the ownership in the world. This is my team, and I lead it, and
big of you.
I'm embarrassed, but I can't physically get us organized. I can't physically be into the basketball. I can't physically talk and call out reds and physically call out coverages, and it's I'm not. And by the way, I'm not blaming players. That's not. I own this. I own this.
How about that one, dude?
Gonna need some ownership on the court as well. You know, it's. There's not a. There's not a sense from me that we're together right now, and that's what we say in the huddle. It doesn't feel that way. Doesn't feel that way. And
Too much, JJ.
again, we're in a tough stretch, and we're all trying to find it.
And if you need to be in a tough stretch, this podcast is brought to you by Blue Chew.
Okay. I'm not player blaming, but there needs to be some ownership on the court.
I can't be in the basketball. I'm not blaming.
I'm not blaming them. I'm not blaming.
I'm not saying anybody's a bum, Vincent, but I'm just saying.
Oh, I mean, I'm not the one.
You want to know how bad the Lakers were yesterday?
Yeah.
I thought Gabe Vincent played well, and then I saw he was 3 for 11. I was like, who of these bums is playing okay? I'm like, Gabe's playing okay, but nope, he wasn't playing okay. He was building
Did
up.
you see how sad he looked?
He looked very sad.
He misses you.
He looked very sad. He had the same
Who
look that
wouldn't?
Caleb Martin did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, only one guy's really flourished, and that's Struce.
Yeah.
You know, and he hasn't even played this year.
I haven't really heard much from him.
No, he hasn't played.
He's
this year.
hurt.
Yeah, too busy with.
He's got like the longest sprained ankle known to man.
Yeah, right. He's with
High ankle sprain.
He's with the Bachelorette. I know what he's up
Probably.
to.
He's a sprain of
That's no
something.
longer a headline, Marcos.
Oh, okay.
Give it up.
Sorry.
Well, they
I
could be.
guess
They could
we
be
go
in their
past
secret phase. You know.
Oh yeah, we know. how
Well,
that
no.
goes.
Apparently, there's rumors of her and her partner on Dancing with the Stars. I don't know.
That's right. She didn't deserve Maxie.
Oh, Maxie
She
poo.
didn't.
Yep. Listen, I'm telling you, they're going to be coming for Bella Larson soon.
Oof,
that guy is handsome,
He is
dreamy,
handsome.
ridiculous looking.
That jawline.
Sweden, dude. Sweden.
Really good jawline. But oh man, that video that you posted of him with the pregame workouts with Cron Butler.
Dude,
Oh, I saw that.
that was kind of goosey.
He gets up
Former teammates working out before the game together. Look, Keyshawn Johnson, he did not miss yesterday.
Oh,
Wow. Very impressive. I thought he built a brick house, but nope. He came. It was. Whew.
Yeah, it looks like we can get him some more run on the court, don't you think?
I would like that
instead of old Lucky Charm leprechaun over
I
there.
don't like what you're doing.
Sick of this guy, dude.
I don't like, but no, what he does is Caron Butler does a thing where he makes the rookies. He goes, "I want to see these birds fly," and then he goes,
Does he do that?
He does do that.
That's amazing.
He does do that. And so what he does is he goes, "Come on," and so he does the bounce alley oop and makes him go take the ball on and do a cool dunk.
He said, "I want to see these birds
I want to see if this bird can fly."
That's
This
pretty
key shots up from South Dakota. Why are you looking at me like that? That's what he says, dude.
You would be more like an ostrich.
Oh,
Ground bird.
Ostriches are scary.
You got wings, but
they are scary. Fast.
I go to Lion Country Safari. They got ostriches on that safari. They are terrifying
because they
They're
can keep up with your car.
They're like pecking at your car. They're
Very angry.
very angry.
Not like that commercial.
Take a break. Back after this. I definitely hear it. I can't say I.
The little thing on the end.
It's a little bit Vanilla Ice, but I definitely hear it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the same song.
It's the
Also,
same
it's not a
song.
Spanish guitar.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. I mashed them up.
Okay, you did.
I did.
That's producing.
I did what I could. I took the acapella version because it's really, like you said, it's not Spanish guitar that we're necessarily looking at. It's the melody that she's doing in the beginning of the song. That's pretty good. Actually, you know what? Why did they use that?
They should have, dude.
That was what
That was spot on right there.
That was really good. That was essentially the melody that overlapped in both.
I don't know why I like that, but it's legitimately like
because
Morgan
you
Wallen
like
has
Dua Lipa.
way better songs. I've never heard that Dua Lipa song.
That
though.
song is.
I admit though, it
amazing.
does
And
sound.
it's a, what do you mean? It's a big single.
I've never heard it.
No, I've never heard it
That's
either.
crazy.
I don't hear any new songs anymore, JFig, because we only play Power 96, which plays throwbacks through the hallways. Like,
you don't
are
have Sirius?
Not really. Nah. I listen to Kiss Country. Like that's
I'm
what
just
I.
gonna start sharing my playlist with you guys.
Very
You're
nice
welcome.
of you. Very
That's nice of you.
I listen to Sirius.
I listen. Yeah,
You
I
guys
listen.
gotta listen to
I
JFig
listen to
Radio.
I listen to. Do you have a radio station?
That'd be pretty cool if you
That
put
is
together
kinda cool.
a playlist. That'd be pretty cool. You know they got that Spotify Wrapped coming up. You're gonna see everyone's posts of who. They
I already
listen to
saw
already.
mine. Mine's pretty obvious.
Let me think. Kendrick Lamar.
That's yours.
This is how they sounded mashed up.
Love somebody. You should know I need someone to hold me close, deeper than I ever know. Whose love feels like a rodeo.
You did that?
Just now.
You're good.
Pretty good.
Wow. They should do that. You know what? Instead of a plagiarism, they should go on tour together.
No.
Oh, now you're thinking. Well, one of them won't be able to make it.
Well, because I think Dua Lipa is much cooler in how she
Ooh.
puts her music out there.
That was pretty.
Have you seen some of her videos though?
I love it.
Awesome.
She's very creative.
I like that Houdini song.
Oh, that's a good one.
So that's in the same album. I don't know
I
how you
don't
haven't
listen to
heard
the
Training
album though.
Season.
Like I only listen.
No,
when
Houdini
I listened to
came
the
out
song.
first.
Houdini came out
and
first.
then it was Training
I've heard,
Season.
And that's the only two
I
songs
know
off
all
that
of her
album.
big hits. I know Houdini, Levitating,
But that's the last
the
album.
Barbie song.
That's a different album.
Yeah, I understand, but I just like I would know her big singles.
Elton John.
I'm not going out of my
The
way.
song
to
with
fuck-
Elton John is on Elton John.
Oh, I love that song.
That's a good one.
That's a good song. Oh, oh, oh.
He's brought her out on shows too. To
Yeah.
sing it live. It's really
Your Elton John needs work.
Hey, how old is Elton John?
Godfather.
Elton John has been around forever. He's got to be 70, right?
Oh, I think
Elton
it's like,
John?
yeah, he's
Gotta be older.
And
Gotta be
his
older than
last,
70.
the old love feathers.
his last tour,
What?
his last tour was like 1 or 2 years ago.
77 years old.
77.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ho, ho, ho. That's just spot on, dude.
I'm telling you, when you were humming it down the hallway, I was like, Tobin singing Dua Lipa right now.
Sounded pretty good.
I
What a
didn't
vibe.
know. Have you heard the Morgan Wallen song, or was that the first time you heard
That
it?
was
It's
the
pretty
first
new.
time I heard it.
No, I've heard both songs.
No, I've never
I've heard
that
both
one.
songs. It never really.
The
Right.
second I heard that guitar,
Mm.
thief.
You got musical talent. You produced this
On a commercial break.
You're a good producer.
Do what I can.
I'm way better than the way you started today because you were terrible.
Oh no,
I
dude.
called him out on
No,
it.
that's-
Did you realize how what an idiot he was this morning?
What do you mean?
Like we started the show, and Joe ran a little long this morning, no bigs, but like they ran a little long. So like they're clearing out there, and then all of a sudden the intro hits. I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like, the intro is about to hit, and I hadn't even logged in. JFig, Leroy, he's already telling me like how he can't log into his computer, and so like, hey, can you throw a couple?
What? Why I gotta get?
I'm just saying, it just happened.
Why you
buddy.
just elbowed me on the way by?
I'm just saying it happened. But I was like, hey, throw a PSA in there. Can we log in?
Dum.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And so like,
I know
but
what I told.
it was like
The opening started, so he's like, "Don't
I hit
worry
the top,
about it."
He completely ignored me.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, can you throw a PSA in there? And like just did nothing. And then all of a sudden
Oh, no.
our intro hits, and all of a sudden Tobin, Leroy, ready to deploy. And I was
so
like,
confused.
all right.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you gotta avoid drinking and driving. I was like, why did you stop the intro? Like the damage was done. We would have started the show just on audio.
Wait a minute. Let's back this up.
Do what I'm told.
Why did Leroy have a problem with the computer? I didn't have a problem with the computer.
You were
logged
logged
in,
in,
dude.
Neither were you.
You were
You
hobnobbing. You were doing something. You were nowhere close to ready to start the show today.
I was sitting here. I was ready to go before you.
You were chit-chat. You were.
Oh.
No, you weren't. Seems like you guys had the problem this morning.
No. Listen. So here's the deal. I went and got my coffee. I had my nice little breakfast sandwich, locked and loaded. By the way,
all over the table.
Delicious. No, it's gone.
Yeah,
It
but when
was-
I walked in, it was just spread out there.
It was
all over the
delicious,
place.
though. Whew. Man,
You love Einstein's bagels.
I love
They
the.
have
They
good
have
bagels. I
jalapeno
like their
roll.
bagels.
They have 6 cheese roll, and you can put your breakfast sandwich on there. And I go get some extra rolls, and then when I make hamburgers, I put them on those rolls. Jalapeno roll or a 6 cheese
Ooh.
roll. It's actually pretty good. A little lightly toasted. You don't know what you're missing. I'm telling you. Next time you guys
They should
come
have
over,
more of
feel like I
those.
know
next time you come over, I'm gonna hook you up.
When's the next holiday Leroy's gonna cook?
I'll probably do
Super Bowl?
Super Bowl. I don't know if I'm doing
You know what
Super
you can get today for free skis.
Oh, I did see that.
Did you guys see this?
We get
No.
chicken.
Free Chick-fil-A sandwiches now. This was the first time.
Don't you have to have a ticket?
App. All you need is the app.
Wait, what?
All you need is the app, and you can do a promo code. You just need the Chick-fil-A app, and you get a free chicken sandwich because they missed free throws yesterday. I believe that's the first time this
Hey,
year that's
right
happened.
here.
Hey, right? This is like a promotion that like wasn't.
Well, where's the?
No, this is a new Heat freebie. Yeah.
Hello, Heat fan. They missed. You score.
Yeah.
Foul shot giveaway.
Hold on, wait. You already had the app
already
locked
had
and
that.
loaded?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Get that onion.
Let me see. View and reward.
Yeah.
Welcome.
So you
back.
get-
I need to open
So you
that.
get a little free chicken sandwich
Oh,
on the way
look.
home, and then some
Look,
half
look,
off
look.
pizza.
Look. Redeem.
Makes me want to hit that.
It's
Spanish.
good until 12/7. I don't have to go right now.
There you go. All right, so you
Oh.
got till the weekend. Probably till the next game.
Oh, wow.
Look
Wow.
at that.
Yeah, so that's your headlines brought to you by Doral Kia. Choose from over 500 new Kia miles in inventory. The Sportage, the Sorrento, and the Telluride. Remember, when it comes to Kia, the great deals are at Doral Kia. That is great. That's a great Heat promotion. You got a free chicken sandwich and some
And
half off pizza.
Half off pizza. Half off pizza only good today.
Tyler Herro is out here literally feeding families.
So my question is, it's Thursday night. Perfect time for football.
Yep.
Half off pizza.
Yep.
Yep.
Creating my account right now.
Hopefully, the missus hasn't had something planned on, like she gonna
She got
cook
some
something.
arugula or something like that.
Nah, dude.
What?
I went home when it was Monday. Was it Monday or Tuesday? It was Tuesday.
Mhm.
She put some chicken in the oven, right?
Mhm.
And I opened up the little black pot, asparagus, and them little cabbages. What do you call them? Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts, yeah.
Yeah.
Not a fan?
I mean, like,
They're salted up a little bit.
no,
peppered.
if I'm like, if I'm 5 and my parents make me eat my vegetables, yeah, sure, I'll go with Brussels sprouts.
Didn't we get Brussels sprouts at the Herbs and Rye?
No, like, man, hey man,
Asparagus?
we're out.
Is that when we went with Channing? Did he get asparagus?
Channing. So
Yeah,
let
he
me
does
explain
get
something
that.
to you about Channing.
The week he was.
We
vegan.
all went there, right? We got the biggest piece of meat in the world.
Whole point,
Right?
meat happy hour.
Meat happy hour. This thing normally costs $600, right? So it's 4 of us. If we would have got our own individual steak, so we just figured, no, this was cost like $280. We just split it up and get that. Crowder goes, I'm a pescatarian. I'm getting fish. His fish damn near costs the same amount as our meat.
But then he
Because
also-
it's not a fish place.
It's not a fish happy hour.
It's a meat happy hour.
Yeah. Awesome.
So his ass got
This was in
fish.
Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to get a fish in Vegas.
No. Let me tell you something.
Gotta fly him,
Dude, I would take you to a restaurant
Yeah.
that
I'll hate.
no.
He hates seafood.
I don't like seafood.
No, huh?
He hates seafood. He won't like
No,
no matter
just
what.
not if we go to Herbs and Rye.
Oh, yeah. No, he'll love
I'm
Herbs and
talking about
Rye.
Herbs and Rye.
But
Yeah.
any fish he's going to hate.
No, I don't.
He's a
no,
self-hater
I-
as an
Dude,
amphibian.
I have never eaten a piece of fish there.
It's ridiculous.
Sorry.
Meat happy hour, and then guess what? It's top quality beef.
But did he also get asparagus?
Yeah.
Ugh. Bad side.
Bad side. Look, if you're gonna get a side, I will allow cream spinach.
Tater tots.
That's what the other guys do.
No, that's what I got last time. That
Yo,
was a
he
big-
got
it was a
tater
big
tots.
hit with our friends.
The big,
The
yeah,
doctors.
it's along with the flatbread. He goes, try it. It's delicious.
And the
I
guy
ain't
who
come here
might-
for no flatbread.
The doctors and the financial advisor.
Oh
Yeah,
for sure.
say, hey, I did not come here for no. But then look, the next couple of days though, we were poolside
was fun.
in a cabana.
Oh, not Tobin.
That lady tried to kick me out.
The lady came in and sir, what are you doing? He says, I'm with them.
She's boxing you out.
They didn't ask me.
I know.
Oh my goodness, it was hilarious.
Cannot
That I've never. Have you ever seen a pool that packed?
No, it was disgusting.
You there soup. You couldn't even see the pool.
Not a-
No, we had our own little private little strip.
Yes, which is great because a lot of pee in that other one.
No, dude. No, everybody was hammered. Dude, there was so
Exactly. They don't know what they're doing.
they don't know what they're doing. I couldn't believe at what 1:00, if you didn't have a cabana, the line was like at space at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
just to get into this pool. Because they have a DJ and it was
Pool
crazy.
party's crazy in Vegas. I'll never know. Although I do live across the street from the Hard Rock, sometimes you hear the boom, boom.
Oh, for outside?
Boom. Yeah. I'm like,
There.
sounds like they're having fun over there.
Give us a weather update, dude, from the Demesman and Dover Law Firm. YourAccentAttorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954.
All right.
More.
Let's do this.
And
Looking at the sky right now. It's partly cloudy. Winds out of the east. Look like they're moving a little bit out of the south. So you might get a little warm up here in the next couple of days.
Demesman and Dover.
Southeast.
I can't stop playing it in my
It
head.
is about,
I
mean, it's got to be 75, 80, right? 75, 80 degrees. And the wind is, man, I'm looking at these birds.
Where are they going? Far from
Huh?
here?
No, they're just going, they're just
Of
hanging
course
out.
she wants to keep track of
What's
them.
location? What are you
Hey,
plotting your
I'm
next
not-
victim?
I'm not giving you a location for you to go get them. What kind of guy
It's a
do you think
plane.
I-
I think the plane is going.
Light winds, maybe 5 miles an hour. If that, nothing's moving.
I can't see. Close the window.
Huh?
What?
So bright.
Dude, you are literally a vampire.
She's legitimately a vampire.
You're a vampire.
We'll take a break. Back with more to this.
WQA
think he just made a hit, dude.
Man, why didn't they think of this before?
Or you just got somebody paid for suing.
True.
You're welcome.
Morgan Wallen's already got enough songs. I don't mind if you get him sued. It's all
Who's
good.
a bigger star, Morgan Wallen or Dua Lipa?
I think Dua Lipa. I
Okay.
think she's a mainstream pop star, so I gotta feel like that's bigger. I mean,
hasn't
Morgan
been
Wallen's
asked?
probably the biggest thing in country right now, but
Really?
it's country.
I guess
Even though he's about to do some jail time?
Yeah, I think that only ups your.
Yeah.
Well, he had a very
right.
big controversy. He got canceled, and that like actually made him more
That's
popular.
true.
He doesn't speak well of the country music fan community. You know, when you get caught saying the racial slur.
The racial slur.
And then you have to go in front of Michael Strahan and act like you're sorry.
That racial slur.
Oh, yeah.
Can I just say
What
something?
was he doing?
Why shouldn't the interview be you gotta fight Mike Strahan?
But I don't know why people would apologize.
You want him to double down?
No,
I
like
said what I
because people saying the word shouldn't change. What needs to change is what people like, the attitude that they have towards it. Because if you're calling somebody that, right, then that is the problem. The problem is not the name that you use. And so if he gets canceled for using the word, his mindset hasn't changed, right? He's not apologizing for being the person he is. He's apologized for using the word. And the bigger issue is
the person he is.
Right. Like to feel that that's what he thinks of other people. So that's the bigger issue. I thought Jelly Roll was the biggest. I think
He's probably the hottest artist right now.
because he does songs with everybody.
He might be the biggest by the end of the
Right.
year.
Jeez.
Right. No.
Not losing weight.
I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, dude.
I'm not him.
That's
Why would I know
what
what
you're
you're talking
talking
about?
I feel like he has lost weight, actually.
Not enough for old Tobes. Not enough for old
So
Tobes.
like it's like I like him. You know, I like Teddy Swims. Teddy Swims is like medium Jelly Roll.
More like Teddy Floats.
No, he's not. Nope.
Cruiserweight Jelly Roll.
Yeah, cruiserweight Jelly Roll.
Oh man.
But both of them have that, you know, that really cool voice.
They all look like Post Malone.
Big Post Malone.
They look a little dirty. They look like they smell a little bad.
Jeez, dude.
They
Really?
do. It's the face tattoo thing.
Nah. You know,
You know, I've heard Lil Wayne's dreads smell like flowers.
Interesting.
Mike McDaniel. This was him.
Oh my goodness, we got enough show.
Yeah, we got enough show. We got enough show. You know, everybody's wondering. You know, if you're tough and whatnot. Do you feel like the Dolphins come out in this game? You know, he's like, you know, will we prove our toughness? Is that possible in a Jets game? Find the run game again, maybe.
Here's what I would think. I would think that
That'd be nice.
every game that you play, when you don't have the same success you've had for week to week, when you don't have success from week to week, you look at the reasons why you didn't, and you evaluate whether it's because they tried really hard to take it away or whatever, right? I think what happens in certain games where they don't have run success is they run those sideways plays and get -5 and -6 yards.
-5.
And then when you have a couple of decent runs, 5-6 yard gains, it washes out.
Makes you feel like Kenny Walker should be. That's another Miami Dolphins loss of 5.
Loss of 5.
doesn't slap the same.
Right, but that's like, so I just think is it the offensive line? Is it, you know, being able to run in between the tackles is a mentality. And it's a mentality that you start with, you don't go to. So you can't run the ball all around and flip-de-doo and pull and all that, and then say, now we're going to run it up the middle.
This guy
No.
a game of they get after Aaron Rodgers, right? Like because
Yes,
they
but-
got weapons. We know they got weapons. Like Garrett Wilson and Devontae Parker are not bums.
Yes.
Brees Hall is good. They got talent, but
Yes.
like that offensive line is.
Yes. Here's the problem. There's a couple of things that you miss in all this Jet stuff. One, Aaron Rodgers ain't moving, so he's terrified back there.
Yeah.
So he's maybe not looking where he should be looking because he's tired of getting sacked. That's a fact. They haven't run the ball as well with Breece Hall. So now you're putting him in more situations to pass. So once that starts going and you can't find a spot, you can't find anything successful, you spend most of the game searching, right? Like, and last year, no matter what happened, no matter who's the quarterback, they could at least go to the run game. They can't do that now. The offensive line is bad. Now, the Dolphins were the other way. They used to be able to run the ball really well. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I don't think it's the runners. I just think that the mindset that you set on this team when you were running the ball this year has been more sideways, sweep, kind of stuff like that. You've never really.
They went up the middle, like in that run where they didn't have Tua. Like they did find success. I honestly though think, dude, I think the offensive line's starting to wear down.
Yeah.
I really do. Like,
I can see it.
They lost Austin Jackson. Tehran's wearing down. I think Omar's been saying Liam's been playing with a shoulder sling.
Yeah.
You know, I think that they're all just.
Those things suck.
I think they're all getting pretty banged up.
Right.
I don't know.
No, that's it. Well, and here's the other thing. Is that you have a lot of talent on your team, but it's not the amount of talent you have on your team. It's where the talent is. And if you look at all the success of a lot of these teams in the league, they all have success in the same areas, both of the lines of scrimmage, right? So you can do what you want, say what you want, or whatever about any other position. The teams that are having success in the NFL right now all have their talent in the offensive line and or on the defensive line. That's just it. Go look at all the leaders in divisions. Go look at all the teams with the best records in the NFL. And you're going to say one or two things. Their offensive line or defensive line are exceptional.
You know, who probably loves. You know, I think would like this concert that we're talking about. I think Eichenberg would like this concert we're talking about. Maybe I'm making assumptions, but
Somebody said, Karen S., I miss Robert Hunt. Wow. Remember how you said he sucked?
I never said that. Robert Hunt never ripped him.
Okay.
I was stunned when he got $100 million.
Now you.
I was like, wow, that's jaw dropping.
Yep.
That's a lot of money for a guard. But
Sure it is.
good. I mean, good
But
for
that's somebody got the memo. Somebody got the memo of what's important in football.
He's a giant. He's a big boy.
So I would, again, I would bet you in the next couple of years, there's going to be more teams concentrating on offensive and defensive line and running game. Because look around the league.
Let's give this away, Leroy. A pair of 4-day general mission passes to Rockville.
All 4 days?
Yeah, all 4 days, dude.
Do you go up there
all
for
4 days?
JFig, do you go up there
at
for 4
Daytona
days?
International
I've
Speedway.
never gone. I really want to go.
To Rockville?
Really?
Rockville.
Rockville.
Man,
Come on, just
I'm
go badge the promotions department. They got some Rockville hookup.
No.
I'm gonna
Rockville.
Oh. So are they going to be up there? Promotion's going to be up there, or are they
No.
just
No,
Okay.
Daytona's pretty far. Although I did just stop at a Buc-ee's in Daytona.
They
Oh,
did?
I know, man. Buc-ee's.
My daughter loves Buc-ee's.
Oh.
There's a lot of
And now
content.
my
I like
son
all
is
those
so
little
excited.
nuggets. Those
Oh,
little.
yeah.
He
Whoo!
almost stole them off a desk right now.
Oh,
If you
there's-
guys-
there's some up there.
If you guys want to go to Rockville, see Shinedown, Green Day, Lincoln Park, Korn, and a whole lot more. Plus, we're going to give one grand prize winner a Rockville holiday mystery box
I wonder what's in the
right
box.
now. What caller number, JFig? To Rockville. What caller number?
6.
Caller number 6 to 305-567-0560. 305-567-0560. We'll get a pair of 4-day general mission passes, and then you are entered in for the grand prize, a Rockville holiday mystery box. But right now, caller 6 to 305-567-0560 is going to win that pair of 4-day passes. Back after this. Everybody, Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. I'm glad you play the holiday music there, Marcos. Reminds me, we got tickets to the Nutcracker to give away as well. All you guys got to do, that's an online one.
Wow.
Go to WQM.com, head on over to the contest page and register. But it is coming to the Arch Center December 13th through the 24th. And if you guys want to win tickets, go to WQM.com on the contest page. And you guys can register after these Basilers get out here. Tonight.
One of the sales guys over there is dressed like Art Basel.
Is he really?
Yeah.
That's great.
I say, JFig, look.
It's Art Basel.
Yeah.
Got Game Day Uncensored, by the way, coming your way on Sunday as well, 9 a.m. to get you ready. And Game Day Uncensored minutes always brought to us here by our Southern Lexus dealers. The Lexus December to Remember sales event is why you stay on the nice list. Find yours and get offers on select models, but only for a limited time now through January 2nd, and make it a December to remember. As tonight we got cat action. Florida Panthers taking on the Philadelphia Flyers tonight. You can hear that game right here on 560 WQAM as the Cats look to bounce back from their game against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Check, I don't even know. Is Bob back today?
Actually, it was a better game than if you just looked at the loss. How they got a point out of that was pretty good.
Miracle.
Pretty
yeah.
impressive because they had no business being in that thing.
Bob is not back.
Still away?
They expect that he could return Saturday.
All right. Listen,
Get the young fella
enjoy some time with baby Bob.
Panthers recall.
That's not baby Bob.
What do you mean?
Who? Knight?
No.
He
legitimately had baby Bob.
Baby Bob. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Panthers coach Paul Maurice said there's a chance Sergei could play Saturday. It's all depending on when the family comes home from the hospital.
Is it at home? Are they home?
It sounds like they're not, I guess, home yet. He says he needs to get on the ice at least for a day or two beforehand, and that's to be decided today. So it sounds like the baby is here.
Saturday they'll be home.
Okay, so that's why.
Yes,
he could be skating back at the place now.
Bobby had a baby. It's a boy.
Sweet.
Bobby
Name?
had a baby. It's a boy.
I don't know. I just kind of heard that out of movie.
Bob
once.
Jr.
Something that had a baby. It's a boy. I think that was like a
It's
payphone.
It's a payphone thing. Yeah. Collection calls.
Woo, payphones. I bet there's gonna be a payphone somewhere in Wynwood.
Do you think that like when the baby is born, he's like, must focus. Feeding time.
Mommy.
Or when she was giving birth, he was trying to like console her and stay focused. Yeah.
Shut up.
one push at a time.
Okay. Real easy.
Well, congratulations to the Bobrovskys.
Yep.
Yes.
Very happy for them. That's that should be fun, and we'll tune in and we'll watch Spencer Knight tonight. Hopefully have a better performance because that was probably the guy who really needs to bounce back from that game against the Penguins. That was a tough one for him.
Mm-hmm.
But he did also just have a shutout. So the young have ups and downs, you know?
Yeah. I mean, Bob had ups and downs up until like 3 years ago. So, it takes some time, baby. Although he was already a vest and a winner at that point.
Two-time.
Should
have won it last year, too. What a waste of his time to make him travel out there to give it to Helicopter, the dude from Winnipeg. When the Panthers lit him up this year.
Boom.
Okay, we took Bob from our celebration. That's just a stupid thing. Why would you have an award ceremony the day after the Stanley Cup? Let it breathe a little bit. Tougher for McDavid.
Usually they do it the week of.
McDavid had to go in there and he had to take his stupid Conn Smythe trophy, which he didn't even deserve.
Rough. I wouldn't have shown up. You get suspended for that, or you get like a fine, I'm assuming.
I would imagine.
But
so.
it's a playoff MVP though, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't.
I know
matter,
that's
though.
that kind of
It's a second place MVP.
Woo,
Congrats. Didn't even have any points. I'm still annoyed by it. I'm still annoyed by it.
It's crazy. It really is crazy.
I know he broke Wayne Gretzky's record, but I don't care.
What were you getting ready to call him?
What?
He was getting ready to say Wayne Gretzky. He called himself.
Woo!
It's a big word for me, dog.
The bigger point is great game by Tyler Herro. Okay. He was not.
So all we have is the Heat, right? The Heat and the Panthers right now. And we still got we got
the
Sunday.
Pop-Tart Bowl.
We got Sunday.
Thank God.
We got Sunday, we got Dolphins.
Yep.
Saturday, we got UFC.
Oh, wait, what's going on?
Oh, we got Ian Gary and Shavkat. And then we got
Shavkat.
Kai Asakara, who's making his UFC debut, taking on Alexandre Pantoja for the 125 belt. We got Cyril Gahn taking on Alexander Volkov, who once invited me to go ice diving in Russia.
Didn't he have he's been on the top of a card before, right?
2 undefeated? Dang, I didn't know both these
Cyril
guys were
Gahn.
undefeated. Cyril Gahn.
Done with
Cyril Gahn is he was interim champion.
Okay.
And then he lost to Francis Ngannou, he lost to John Jones.
Okay.
And then Cyril was really gone after that.
Yes.
But Shavkat and Ian.
Shavkat Rakhmonov is the guy I'm most excited to see.
Okay, I think this happened last time. I think I was just as shocked before. When the hell did Ian add Machado to what? That was not there.
It's been there for a couple of years. Yeah, his middle name
Here's
is
the crazy thing.
Is his wife's name.
Here's the crazy thing about Tobin. Tobin can't say or spell enjoy.
That's not fair.
But these fight names, he hasn't missed one since I've known him. Not one. Not one.
He added his wife's name.
Yeah.
In the middle.
Yes.
All right.
Loves her.
I see.
I love my wife too.
Got Bryce Mitchell,
Certainly
who's
not.
certifiably crazy against Chrome Gracie. You got Nate Landwehr, who's
certifiably crazy.
Oh, he's certifiably. He said yesterday, I don't believe in seatbelts. And then when they asked why, he goes, well, what if I need to get out of my car in said wreck? I was like, he really thought he boxed us in with that one.
He's tough. He's tough.
Wait a minute. If you don't have your seatbelt on and get in said wreck, you won't be able to get out of your car.
Not in his mind, dude.
Or potentially you'll get out too fast.
Here's the funny thing. And here's what sucks and I'm gonna take his side for a second. Every time you watch a movie or a show and they get in an accident, the seatbelt gets stuck. Every movie I've ever seen or show, every time
you're
there's
co-signing this.
No, I'm not
If you're listening,
co-signing
everyone,
it.
please
I'm just
wear a
saying,
seatbelt.
if he watches TV, that's where he gets that nonsense from.
You got Vicente Luque and Themba Garimbo.
Ooh, damn.
He trains down here. He trains at they both train down here. One trains at MMA Masters in Miami. I believe The Rock bought him a house or something like that. Something happened with him and The Rock.
Karen S said, I don't travel. I just jump and glide
What happened with
to
him and
my
The Rock?
destination.
Themba Garimbo had $7 in an account due to the fact that Rock had $7 in his account. And so I guess The Rock gave him something. Forget what he did.
Really?
Oh, he bought him a house. Yeah, he bought him a
Okay,
house. That's what he did.
okay.
I was like,
Excellent.
he bought him a
Excellent.
house. Yeah, he bought him a house.
Ooh, wow.
Very cool.
Listen,
you know who else is really cool?
Who's that?
Tyler Herro.
Tyler Herro.
We'll take a little listen back. We'll close things out. Celebrate Tyler Herro. Jason Jackson on the call last night of his 31-piece, an incredible third quarter. Let's hear the Miami Heat audio experience from last night.
Gets it to Duncan. Up top, kicks it to his right. Tyler. Tyler will let it fly. From the arena logo, he strokes it. Looked over and saw that K and Kasayan let it fly. Jimmy feeding Duncan underneath. Kicks it out top to Bam. Now to Tyler. He's got on AD, kicks it to Tyler, 3-ball, splashes from the right corner pocket. That's 6 for Boy Winder. Come on, let's start counting, Amy. The man's feeling. He shot that from behind the basket like Jimmy earlier.
He's one of the best shooters on the planet, and he's ignitable because when he sees like 3 go, it can go to 6 super fast. And he got 16 attempts up. I mean, imagine if he got 20 up. Is that unreasonable?
Tyler gets it to Jimmy. Back to Tyler. Behind the back. There's a 3. Oh, come on. Jimmy just flipped it back. So cool and easy. Tyler splashing all over this place. That man is juicy. Baby, I need some paper towels. He's all wet all over the floor. Duncan to H. Back to Tyler. He's on the K Kaseya Center, and he knocks down number 8. It was Kai Ocho last night. Ocho for the threes tonight. Take it over. Take it over, Tyler. Tyler on the side of the arc. Pump fake. Namdi on his right hip. Gets off it. To Bam. Back to Tyler for 3. Yeah. It's 9. It's 9. All these Lakers fans came in here to see LeBron, CAD, enjoy the glorious deliciousness of Tyler Herro. 9 of 15 from downtown. He has 31.
Oh, man. Considering, like, a lot of media and fans have dogged him in the past because of past performances, being injured. You know, this is his moment right now. He's having his moment. And when you see somebody having that, he enjoyed my moments. So for me, it's just feelings mutual, dog. I'm happy for him. He's out there doing what he does, which is get buckets.
I mean, I was open all night, honestly. Like, I should have made a couple more in the first half. I got great looks all night.
I don't give a rat's ass what kind of balls they are. They ain't $6.49 a piece.
Hope you mother have a good day. Afternoons in the sports world are made better by Hawk and Crowder. Lots of football talk, Heat, Panthers, and Inter Miami too. Plus the usual breakdown of college.